What's going on, everybody? I'm Hasan Piker. This is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from kind of sunny but kind of cloudy California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, I hope all the girls, and I hope all the NBs are having a fantastic one, because today is a 65-degree and mostly cloudy day here in California, Los Angeles, and I'm live and alive. That's right, folks. We're live and we're alive. And you know who else is live and alive? Kayakam. That's right. Kayakam is back on, baby. That's it, folks. Got that Kizaru vibe. Let me tell you something. It's a heat wave happening in the middle of the country, in the southern states out here. For everybody out here in Texas, for everyone out here tuning from Texas, from Oklahoma, I'm with you. But we're going to keep it hot today. That's right. I don't know why when I listen to that, when I listen to stuff like that, it gives me the vibe of just like being a radio DJ. Like I want to just be like, yeah, welcome to 97.5, where the heat wave is hot, but the beats are hotter. I'm your host, Hasan Piker. Coming to you live from the heart of California. Wishing all of my friends out here in Oklahoma and Texas a wonderful day. Stay indoors and make sure that you have that AC on tight. 97.8 The Jort. That's right. Lamo Nation. We're with you today. Just like we are every day. What you're listening to right now, the tunes are Just the Two of Us, HasanAbi featuring Austin Show, anyway, get an update on your Nostradamus chatter. What? All right, anyway. Weather issues in the Midwest, too.
Smoke from Canadian wildfires is smothering cities like Detroit, Chicago, and Pittsburgh, and air quality warnings are in effect across the Midwest. The areas in red and purple on this map are facing the worst impact. According to NPR member station WBEZ, Chicago had the worst air quality of anywhere in the world yesterday. Over 19 million acres have already burned as Canadian wildfires continue to rage.
I love that little growl in your singing voice. Keep that up, baby. That's not me actually singing. That's artificial intelligence, for the record, for those of you who did not know that. But anyway, wildfires are out. Wildfires are ravaging the northern line, and some of that smoke from Canada has found its way back down. Chicago. Hometown of Billy Ichiban is smoked out, bro. Air quality here in Pittsburgh is currently 204, which is considered very unhealthy. Looks like the inside of my lungs outside right now. I hate to be that guy, but Milwaukee air is much worse than Chicago. Okay, man. I don't know what to tell you. You should do real covers. I would pay anything for it. Maybe Austin and I will do it. That sounds like a good idea. We should do that. I don't know why we don't do that. We should do that for like the podcast, I think. Illegal smoke immigration, folks. Nobody's talking about it, but we're here to talk about it. Anyway, this is the part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news, about what's going on in my life for all the parasocialists out there, and that's what we're going to be doing on this beautiful Wednesday. It is 6/28, June 28th, Wednesday, 11:26 a.m., and I am right on time, maybe a little bit late, and that's precisely because I was trying to set up the PlayStation 5 so I can play Final Fantasy 16 later in the broadcast. However, I have not been able to do so. Does Kaya still love you after visiting Ray? No. The answer is no. I will be honest with you. She's been a very good girl. She's been very, very good. But I don't believe that she loves me as much. I think that I made a mistake. And for those of you who are wondering if Austin and I have ever sang before, Little Bear is correct. We have, as a matter of fact. We did Twitch Sings back in the day before Twitch DMCA came in hot and destroyed this process. But Austin and I have engaged in karaoke singing before. Wow, 34 MKD 50 with the 50 gifted subs coming in hot. Coming in hot. She's only good because she thinks you're going to take her back to Ray if she behaves. I'm never letting that happen ever again. I'll be honest with you. I'm petty. I'm jealous. I'm selfish. No. It's just not going to happen. Should I do a duet or a
stage ready? You know what I mean?
Fixed mic set with no active camera. Your stage. We're not doing high hopes. Wait, do I go to songs? It wasn't out of sync. It was just Raj's high ass that was singing out of sync. Wait, really?
The boulevard is not that bad. Sing it. Your turn.
Piano man, he makes his stand. I don't know.
In the auditorium.
I've never sang this song before, Raj.
Looking on. She sings the songs. All right, let's end it then. And she knows tune she hums.
I don't know this song at all. We have done this. We've done it. We've done it so long ago that like identities have changed since then. You know what I mean? We've done this. Anyway, Minx level karaoke. I mean, I've done karaoke. You've seen me do karaoke. Karaoke. Oh no. You look the same and Austin looks like a baby? Yeah. I mean, here.
I'm reading the fucking Japanese.
This sucked for me because I didn't have I just didn't know the lyrics. Like it wasn't romanized, so I had to pull it up from my phone. But Fly Me to the Moon I was able to do. Here.
Fill my heart with a song and let me sing
forevermore.
You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
You'll be seen on camera, by the way. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, right now, because there's a second camera. The Kaya camera is back on.
That's right.
It's on the ground over there.
I can sing the song. But he knows English. He can do it.
Yeah. Audio only right now? Is that Frank Sinatra? Yeah, he's back. He's alive. He's back from the dead. Just me, or does Hasan look like Ryan Gosling and Lars and the Real Girl? I have no idea what that is, but thank you.
Capitalism or socialism?
Okay, we'll do that in a second. Anyway, all right. RFK Jr. is our crypto candidate. Yeah. This is for the parasocialists, actually, as a matter of fact. Last night, I ended the broadcast almost abruptly, I would say, for those of you who were watching at that point. And by that, I mean the bots that were watching, and the other people that were watching alongside the bots. No, I wasn't talking to Twitch about the bots. I was talking to Twitch about something different. I was shooting a movie for not a movie, but like a virtual shoot for Twitch. But anyway, fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh, last night I ended the broadcast because I had dinner. I was gonna go and get Japanese barbecue with some friends. I brought the Aussie boys out, you know. And that's what we did. We did that. We did a little bit of Japanese barbecue. It's not the same. Not the same as having it in Japan. I'll just say it right now. Okay? However, bro, you just got back from Japan. What the fuck? Dude, this is something that happens to me, at least, and probably happens to all the annoying people as well, when you like come back from a trip like that where you're like, oh man, that was so incredible. You kind of chase that high. That's where I'm at right now, where I'm like, I'm chasing that high. Yeah, gyukaku, exactly. I was chasing that fucking high that I had. I was looking for it. I was like, maybe I'll be able to feel like I'm in Japan again. And semester at sea, motherfucker. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, straight up. I'll admit it. I'll be the first to say it. That's exactly what I am. Okay? And it's never the same. Like last time I came back from Japan, I ordered cocoa, like the curry, the same chain that exists in Japan as well, thinking like maybe it'll fucking feel like I'm back home. Okay? And it did not. It was so disappointing. And the gyukaku was disappointing as well. It's just how it is. Anyway, so Coco Ichibani here in America is fucking dog. Okay, it's not good. All right, peace, boys. Let me know when you guys are coming back. Keep me posted. All right, have fun. Say hi to my manager. But going on another trip means leaving Kaya. Yeah, I can't do that. I heard LA ramen is pretty close to the real deal. Yes. Ramen wise, I won't say the same thing about meats. I won't say the same thing about curry. But if you want like literally Japanese level ramen, you can go to ramen places in Los Angeles and you will get the same. I will put my name on it. 100%. You're such a bad host. They're off to speak to your manager. I didn't know this, but we're managed by the same company now. I guess they wined and dined them so hard they fucking signed on. I didn't even know that. Yeah, so my manager is also their manager as well. Well, not really. They have different managers, but whatever. You can make it homemade easy. You at least treat your guests while when you took them out. Carl, who treated the guests actually, and myself. Shouts out to Carl Jacobs. But I think your OBS is having issues. Kaya's in the top right and you're full screen. Not sure what's causing the issue. I just wanted to let you know. Oh yeah, that's weird. I was supposed to do this instead, right? Here you go. Anyway, so as I was saying, we have Felicia on the broadcast. I'd love to have Felicia on the broadcast. We did that, and then I treated them to some apple pan, which is like around where Gyukaku is, which is a Los Angeles staple, an institution. I showed them me and Murat's favorite dessert, the banana cream pie. They loved it. And then we watched some Black Mirror, which we've been watching. I fell asleep during watching Black Mirror. I can't make it to like 11. I try to, and then I fucking go to sleep, and then I wake up at like 1, which is annoying, but it is what it is. New season is not as bad. People are saying it's really bad. There are obviously really bad ones, like the werewolf one was just like so stupid. 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 The werewolf one was The werewolf one was very dumb. And it's supposed to be like tech dystopia, and I guess they just decided we live in the tech dystopia. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta send this to. I haven't watched a new season of Beef yet, but I have been watching Beef. I watched the first season, which was awesome. Sorry, I'm sending a photo to Linus. Beef, not Beef, Bear. I don't know why I said, well, because the place is called The Beef. Yeah, I'm giving him sex tips. Anyway, oh, this is great. Okay. And then I woke up this morning and I did 2 videos. I shot 2 different videos. For Twitch and for another like news broadcast for Sky News. And you guys will see both of those later. But basically that's what I was doing this morning, and then I decided to shave my beard, which was getting out of hand, and I kept the mustache. So there you go. That's it. Lots of productive things happening this morning. Like UK Sky News, yes, Murdoch's operation. Fucking Sky News, Murdoch's operation. Conservatives, I'm a Tory now. You usually started streaming around 1 to 2 p.m. PST when you were in Japan. That makes sense. You're still reacclimating. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I just refuse to. I refuse to recognize jet lag, and I feel like if you don't recognize jet lag, then ultimately you don't have it. You know what I mean? That's how I think about it. I don't have jet lag because guess what? I don't recognize that I have jet lag, and that's how you got to do it. Not real. It's not real. It's a product of your mind. It's a mindset, and I'm a Sigma grindset type of guy. Feeling a bit more chipper today. Don't let the drama get you down. What drama? Is there even fucking drama? I am unfamiliar. One of the things that is great about going to Japan is that even when there is drama, I just forget about it, and then even after, there's like a Japanese barrier that prevents me from feeling down about drama. HasanAbi should write a book about tips of life. No. Yes, the old Steve Jobs cancer approach. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not mentally ill because I don't recognize it. Yeah, exactly. Jet lag is like drama. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. Or like COVID. But yeah, I'm in my mustache era. Okay. That's what's going on. And that's it. GDF released a new video on military censorship. Sam Cedar cosplay is coming along great. Can't wait to see you at Politicon. Looks like you stole your fit from Fantano. I've worn this fit like a lot. I don't know why people think that this is like a new fit. Magic the Gathering card unpacking is peak consumerism, but it's so awesome. I love it. Unpacking stream soon. I've never been a card guy. Last time I cared about collectibles like that was Pokemon when I was like a kid. And since then I've given up on that and never completely. I've just it's not something that I'm super invested in. Are you gonna go to the Anime Expo again this year? I want to, and I want to fucking cosplay for it. I want to cosplay this time, and I want to go in secret. You did a hashtag ad for Magic? I did. What are you wearing? I like the blue one. This is a Lekip top. Underneath it, I'm wearing a free shirt that I got from G4 the one time I attended one of their like events, and they had just had a bunch of tie-dye button-up shirts. And underneath it, I have, underneath in the bottom, I got the Yoji pants, the Shalvar Yoji pants that are incredibly comfy. I'm dripped out the fucking wazoo. That shit sold out, lol. Bro, low-key kind of look like Declan Rice with this mustache. Google him, have a little look. I haven't weighed Kaya. You should do a cosplay as a Pyramid Head. Would be hot, to be honest. Maybe. Who's Declan Rice? What? You think I look like this? Bro, that is... First of all, that's the most English-looking man on the planet. Why would you say that? I take offense to that. That is so... This dude is so English, brother. What are you trying to say here? Are you trying to say I look English? I need to fucking shave the mustache, maybe? That's disrespectful, dude. That's fucked up, mate. You fucking what, mate? What are you on about? You having a laugh, yeah? You having a laugh, are you? You think it's funny? You think it's funny to say I look British? I look positively British? It's fucking mental. You should cosplay as a walking suit of armor from Full Metal Alchemist. Harry Kane is the most English-looking person. You look like this baseball player. Oh, don't. At least he's like not British, but I don't think I do either. I think you guys have blindness, like where you think every dude that looks like every dude that's like white with dark features is like the same person. You know what I mean? Anyway. Looks like your long lost cousin. You look like Ted Lasso. Okay, we're done. We're done. We get so many lookalike posts on OK Buddy, and all of them are shit. I remove them all. What about this guy? Okay, that guy is really hot and Turkish. So I love that, but it's just not true. It's just copium. Like, saying I look like this guy is crazy, okay? He is significantly hotter than me. Like, significantly. Look at how hot he is. Where's the Instagram post everyone was tagging you in? What? Like, that's him with long hair. You know what I look like with long hair. You know what I mean? That dude is hot as fuck, dude. John Yaman is like probably one of the hottest dudes on the planet as it stands currently. You should dress as Tucker and let Austin be the green M&M in the white go-go boots. Banned for overrating. This dude is literally one of the hottest dudes on the planet, objectively. Okay, objectively. Like, I don't get it. Are we fucking the car? What's happening? Anyway, you should recreate that scene. Yeah, no. Okay, let me fucking blast off. It's Wednesday news day. It's a light news day, so we're just gonna have fun, okay? Because honestly, there's like not that much going on in the news that's new. You know, RFK memes. Campaign mania. And more. Possible Kit Kat taste test. Boom. Okay, sent. What'd you get, cutie, by the way? Why would I tell you what I got, cutie? I'm out of the loop. Is Japan known for their Kit Kats? Yes. Japan has like an insane variety of Kit Kats. There you go. Blast off. Maybe cover Dark Brandon being in Chicago. It's a light day. Yeah. I have yet to start Final Fantasy 16. They have literally some of the grossest. They have wasabi flavored Kit Kats, for example. Okay? If you want to understand like how popular or how insane some of the Kit Kat. Will said you're a regifter. I am a regifter. It's true. Will already told us I got her nothing. No, wait, what? Will is lying, and I like that he's already juicing his odds by fucking lying. I am a regifter, but I did get her something. I got her a bunch of things, actually. I haven't decided which one to give her, though. Like, which one is the best? I want to max out on my gift. I did. He said you got an airport gift? No. Don't listen to Will. He's a fucking liar, okay? He's a liar. Don't listen to his lies. Why is he? First of all, I call it gift maxing. Okay, let's not call it regifting. Let's call it gift maxing. Gift maxing. Let's call it what it is. Saving the environment. Okay? In this day and age when we are consuming so much unnecessarily, I am doing my part to be sustainable. I'm doing my part to save the environment. I'm doing my part to save the world, really. So you're welcome, everybody. You're welcome, everyone who's watching. I'm saving the world. There's a new Amon animations on Matt Walsh. Yeah, what is a woman? I saw. Yeah, I can't wait to watch this one. After flying to Japan and back after a couple weeks. What? Oh, Killer Mike was on JRE. That could be fun. Anyway, you tell the Shine girlies. Bro, they don't even give you off even on holiday like Eid, Capitalism, shaking my head. Yes, I am the one who is the capitalist overlord that forces himself to work on days that normally would be a holiday. Yeah, this is a Jordan Peterson tweet. All right, let's get started on, there's the MAGA wants to abolish the FBI. Top Trump advisor push for drone strikes on migrants. New book claims. Stephen Miller. There is Jordan Peterson being incredibly horny. I missed that while that was happening on the timeline, and I guess he deleted it. But the internet saved it for us to consume. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the Bitcoin president. 34 MKD50. Thank you for the 50. Get the subs. Biden is in Chicago talking about Bidenomics. And Aide said he talked about Ivanka Trump's breasts, her backside, and what might be like to have sex with her. Remarks that once led John Kelly to remind the president that Ivanka was his daughter. The Newsweek exclusive, where Donald Trump is talking about Ivanka and how hot Ivanka is. Now, obviously, this is not surprising. She is attractive. And also, Donald Trump is openly... Oh, fuck. Not surprising because Donald Trump has openly talked about how he wants to fuck Ivanka. So I don't know. I don't know why we're busting out the same old shit. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Are we hitting the fucking 2016 high notes again? There's a UPS strike that's imminent. There's some more union activity that we're going to get to in a little bit. This weird-ass alien had some dumb shit to say. Yeah, wait, didn't I cover this? I thought I covered this yesterday. Rick Scott has barred socialists from going into the state of Florida. I thought I did. Which also, is what Trump said about the cosplayer doing blackface discourse on Twitter. I did not. USA washed up, same boring Marvel Star Wars movie, same boring elections, USA fell off. You can't say that. If there's one thing that's great, not blackface discourse, what discourse can there be about blackface? Like, don't fucking do it. What? I don't get it. It's like super easy not to do. Like sometimes it can be funny contextually when it's like Justin Trudeau doing incredibly insane amounts of blackface so many times. But like even then it's because you're not supposed to do it. That's what makes it funny. But like what is the discourse around it? Like white people love arguing about why they should be able to say the N-word. But I haven't really seen white people be like, we have to do blackface. Like that's odd. That's odd because it's like Tropic Thunder is a great example. Yeah, but that's not like blackface for the sake of blackface. That's making fun of the Hollywood. That is satire. That's entirely different. And not a single person would turn around and actually, like a real human being would turn around and be like, wow, that's really unacceptable. It's every time that discourse is elevated to the top, it's always people that haven't watched the movie that are getting upset about it without watching the movie. And it's not real humans that get mad at it. It's like people online that get mad at it. I've yet to meet a real black person, okay, in the real world that has been like, man, that Tropic Thunder shit, like that's really fucked up what Robert Downey Jr. did. It's not a thing. It's not. And it's usually like white people online that get mad at it, or maybe sometimes like black people online get mad at it. It's like Zoomers maybe, but it's not a real thing. Like real people are not mad at this thing. Okay? That's entirely different than like doing blackface and, whether there should be even discourse around blackface. Like, what the fuck? What's the discourse? It has nothing to do with that, bro. Stop assuming what the argument is. It's actual blackface. What are you talking about? No, I'm saying, what is there to be? What discourse could there be? There shouldn't be discourse around it. Because it's fucking ridiculous. Just don't do it. That's it. Like, that's my point. I'm not like defending it or anything. I'm saying like it's dumb as fuck. Why is there even discourse around it? Just don't do it. A Chinese woman cosplayed as, I never quite realized how beautiful this world is. Honored to do my amazing version of 2B cosplay again. Original masterpiece by Dishwasher. What the fuck? Chinese cosplayer edited her skin and picture to be darker, and Westloids are defending her. That's funny. That's not 2B, that's 2P. I don't even know what 2B is. Why do you deepen your voice when imitating a black guy? You're so stereotypical and racist. Gonna kill it. Don't say that. You're gonna get banned. What? Just are you hallucinating? What happened? Yo, that's awesome. Thank you, chatter. Yeah. That's what I did. I imitated a black guy and also deepened my voice while imitating a black guy. That none of those things happen. 34 MKD50. Thank you for the 50 get this subs. Why? No, sometimes when chatters say some shit, I'm like, I want to understand. Like, I want to peek into your mind for like a brief moment to understand where you just saw what you're saying. Anyway, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know you know what to say about this. Why are people defending this? I don't get it. Like, what is the defense of this? I do find it interesting though that like a Chinese cosplayer would darken their skin rather than do the opposite. You know what I mean? So I guess that's improvements. It's, you know, usually it goes the other way. So I think this is called progress. Okay? It's called growth, sweaty. The cosplayer made the character black. It's 2B, who is a white character. Yeah, I don't really care about any of this. Will's editors did you dirty. Respect. Listen, that's pretty funny. I like it. Yeah, she was taking a stance against the colorism that exists in China. And you guys are out here shitting on a bold civil rights hero. That's pretty fucked up. That's all I'm going to say. That's what I'm saying. 2B10 used to be very common in those virgin Western game character design versus Chad Easton design type memes, so it's only normal that people take that sort of defense. Yeah, I don't really care about this discourse at all. It's very stupid. Just my take on blackface is don't do it. Like, why are you doing it if you're planning on doing it? Also, nobody fucking cares about this discourse. This is like chat figured out one type of discourse that like literally even I'm like, this is the type of Twitter shit where it's like so extremely online and so stupid. Hold on, if a popular manga character is black, is it still wrong to do it? Yes. Yeah. Like, just don't do it, man. What the fuck? Like, just be yourself. Just be white and do the character if you want to do a character. Like, what is the question? Like, I don't really understand. You know you can do that, right? Like, people do it all the time. Also, here's another side to the story in the cosplay community. When black cosplayers cosplay as white characters, don't get offended or upset at that. Also, they're not doing whiteface when they do that. Did you notice that? Even though it still wouldn't be like the same situation because there's no like centuries of oppression associated with it. They're not doing it. You want to know why? Because it's fucking ridiculous. It's like stupid. Anyway, reverse racism is the only racism. I know Zoomers are little children, but Asians can get lighter in the winter and incredibly dark in the summer. What? Thank you. I was literally about to type out that exact point. Yeah, it's always the community that goes fucking crazy over it. Cosplayers, there's like some aspects of the cosplaying community that get very mad when a black cosplayer will cosplay a character that's not black. And obviously, most of the characters that are cosplayable are not black. What are they supposed to do? Cosplay like 3 fucking characters? Get the fuck out of here. And then everybody loses their goddamn minds. It's like, okay, well, that's stupid. Do a normal cosplay. You don't have to do blackface. Are you really saying this is okay to do? Yes. Best way to expose weebs is asking if Piccolo is black. Go cosplay a black character. Some people, whoa, that character is shit. Why would you cosplay them? Well, TikToker crime. This, you wanted me to watch this yesterday. I don't know if I can't cosplay as Nico Robin unless you have triple G titties. Yeah. Black cosplayers can only cosplay Piccolo. No one else is not allowed. I have a souvenir poster of an old CCP poster that shows supports the civil rights movement in America. Will you accept it in the PO box opening back up? Yeah, maybe. Yes, dude. I know that blackface is foundational in Dutch culture. I know that. I don't know why everybody always comes in here when we talk about blackface and they're like, oh, I don't even want to say the word Pete, okay? Black Pete, let's say, and not like the name. I know. He steals stuff, right? Isn't that what he does? Actual debate purgatory. Adam 22 is actually getting cucked. Yeah, I saw by fucking Jason Love too. Which is like, I mean, that man's got a hammer, okay? Friend of the show, Jason Love. Not just one black people, but 6 to 8 of them who became friends sometime in the 90s. Anyway, all right, let's move on. What is this? Capitalism or socialism?
Capitalism or socialism? So what's your name? Carrie. First question. Can you define socialism?
Like a Webster definition, no.
Can you name a country where socialism worked?
Like Sweden, Germany.
So they're not actually socialist countries. But why is it greed to want to keep the money you have earned, but not greed to want to take someone else's money?
I don't think that you've earned that money.
Do you still want to be a socialist?
Totally.
Fucking owned, dude. Left wing destroyed. It's like, his reacts are somehow worse than mine. Like, he just sits there and he just does this. They're fucking clip chimping. Yeah, I hate it. I hate that, like, everybody's having a mid-off, okay? Every conversation that revolves around this issue, this subject, is always just, like, defined on the confines of, like, Americans' understanding of what socialism is. And it's just so ridiculous. Like, socialism is when at the top of the hour there's a 3-minute ad break. Everybody knows that. And you get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Or if you don't have the luck to get gifted a sub, you subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. You know what I mean? That's why Jeff Bezos is the biggest socialist, followed by MKD 50, 34 MKD 50, who's gifted thousands at this point. Lord of Peacocks, another person engaging in socialism. Thank you for the 5 gifted, Lord of Peacocks. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. React is becoming meta at this point. Shit just hit bang, bros. Bro, we are fucked. Yeah, Sakura Gore is another socialist. Thank you for the 10. MB Chaos, thank you for the 5. Frank Stallone did it again. Oh, I heard. Yeah, I heard that this is going to be some fucking juicy ass content. This was such a fucking hassle for me last time that there's simply no way that I would do it again using Ben Shapiro's voice to call Jordan Peterson. And there's no way that it's worked better this time. I didn't make reference to the cis thing because I've been sick and away for a while. And I've been going out of my way not to keep up with these freaks. Sorry if you were hoping for that. It's still funny though, I promise. Porn Reacts is crazy. Yeah, it is, but crazier things have happened. You're giving away ethnic Santa? Yep. Yes, I am. I wanted to give something nice for this auction as we're raising money for the Israeli Defense Force. And what I am giving up is ethnic Santa Claus. What's Giga giving? What? Fate Stay Night Gilgamesh Seiko watch? Oh, it's like an anime titty mouse. Bob Ross style painting by Ethan. Signed copy of FIFA 17. What the fuck? Paintings from the show, Cold Ones. Play button from the Internet Historian. Merch lot, Scott the Waz. Plush and NML pins by Oversimplified. Smosh comic books by Anthony Padilla. Painting of Aiko from Oyosimu's Pun Pun from Lily Pichu. Framed Footprints by William Osman. There's a mystery lot. Among Us Swim Trunks by Saikuno. Worn, by the way. Worn swim trunks. Connor Dog is participating in the Crane Game content, which is the only way that he will let me be in a Crane Game video. So, and will do the Crane Game alongside myself. So I guess I'm going to have to fucking buy this. So there's that. Stained t-shirt of Spider-Man arm. Oh, the Spider-Man arm is a dildo, I'm pretty sure, by the way. Unironically, you are auctioning the better item. Yeah, this is my community. Of course, you guys think the Spider-Man is. I mean, the ethnic Santa is the best item, which Connor literally fucking complained about because it was like too big. He's like, I don't know how we're gonna ship this, and I was like, dude, it can break down. One-on-one with Iron Mouse in VR World. Wooden Spoon by I Did a Thing. Signed Gavel by Legal Eagle. Monogatart series by Anime Man. Artwork from Chris Broad. Signed Cyclothon picture by C-Dog VA and Chris Broad. Trash Taste signed skateboard. There's a stream package by Elgato. Signed Red Bull Formula 1 shirt by Cash App. A sketchbook by Emerichu. Are you going to the auction? Yeah. How does he think the store got the tons of ethnic Santas there to sell you in the first place, lol? First of all, there aren't a ton of ethnic Santas. Let's be real. This is a 101. And it has like special customizations on it. Like the Pornhub Christmas ornaments. Because I put it on. Wasn't ethnic Santa like 5K or something? It wasn't that expensive. It was all right. It was like, I think it was like a couple hundred. Connor never forgave you for letting Austin steal his jacket. Autograph Grotto Beast holographic sheets by Germa. Twitter is going to explode once someone hears donating items for an auction. I donate items to auction funding the IDF. Yeah. Dude, Twitter fucking hates people with immune deficiency, okay? They're going to be like, Hasan is funding the IDF. We always knew. Aid Mubarak, he is pro-Israeli Defense Force. You know, it's classic. What is this? New Marquette poll has Biden leading Trump. This is the first legitimately strong poll I've seen for Biden in a while. Worth noting that press polls in Wisconsin have overestimated Dems in a ton in the past, but this time the Democratic strength in the state makes sense in theory because Wisconsin is pro-choice and secular. DeSantis being significantly stronger than Trump is also curious. You used to see that a lot, but the opposite has started becoming true in a lot of cases since he actually announced. I know there's a new M on a video, man. We're going to watch it. Meanwhile, Biden, have you met Chris abroad in your trips? So I have not, unfortunately. But last time around, I actually did hit him up. We just couldn't link up because he wasn't in Tokyo at the time. But next time I'm in Japan, I'm hanging out with Chris Broad. Don't worry. It's happening. This fucking guy, man. What is this? Not even 24 hours ago, came our followers tell me what the deal is with the Wagner Group. Now, let me explain why this could be good or bad for Ukraine. Wait, what? Okay, military knowers who follow me. Exactly how big is the Wagner Group? Is he fucking memeing? Also, to state the obvious, Russia bounty of the Wagner demands on how to prosecute the war does not bode well for any peace prospects in the foreseeable future. Ukraine better hope that this chaos gives them a real opportunity for gains here, because otherwise they're getting very little out of this, even an impromptu military. This is why I said everyone stop listening to this fucking teenager. Dude, listen. When I found out Hez Bolsonaro was like 20 years old, that's when it fucking zapped my brain, okay? I was in a state of shock when I found out that like this dude who like writes about the Nepal elections on his fucking Substack, okay? He's not joking. He's 18 and dumb. Yeah, he's like, this is like a college kid. I mean, he has some good takes though. I'll give him that. But let me tell you something, okay? Seamus is like 23 and a genius. Yeah, I mean, well, it's a little bit different. I think Seamus is like directly fucking what do you call it? This is what he's studying. You know what I mean? And also not in America. But my point is this. A lot of fucking Twitter experts are like sometimes 20 years old, and you just don't know, and then they pop off. And then they a lot of people are like 20 years old, and then they pop off, and then one day they write about like fucking unethical age gaps or whatever. Like they'll tweet about something about how like weird it is if someone is 25 and they're dating like a 20-year-old, and then you're like, oh my god, the person I'm literally like reading his thoughts online that I thought were like, you know, intelligent and you know, coherent is actually like 19 years old and is like saying this insane shit. But it's fine. It's like, it's whatever, you know, Zoomers can still have good takes. IRL, no one would ever have to listen to those thoughts. Yeah. I shouldn't be speaking on this matter either. I got a lot of fucking Zoomers in here who are policy experts themselves, you know? Can we have a check mark on Twitter, but for people born before 2000? Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to fucking... I need to make sure that, like, I'm parsing through words, okay, that are being said by subject matter experts that are born after, born before 9/11, at least. Anyway, have your audience will not be on Twitter then. Yeah. What percentage of your viewers are Zoomers? I don't know. You probably have more Zoomer viewers than millennials. I don't know. We actually haven't done a demographic poll in a minute. We should do one soon. I don't know when the last time I did one that was, but my audience is getting older and older. Let's be real. I'm an elder Zoomer, and my young Zoomer friend showed me you. No, I have a unique audience breakdown. I mean, here. I love that when we look at chatter demographics, the first thing that pops up is sex havers, dude. What the fuck? Very serious here. Very serious place. Chatter ages. Yeah, 30 plus has actually risen a lot. Last time we did this was August 2022. I guess it's like it's almost time. It's time again. In the month of June is when we usually do it, or in the summer, and then in the winter we do it. So I might do an audience demographic again. But last time we did it was August 2022. And that was almost 28% was over the age of 30. 21%, 21.3% was 26 to 29. 26%, the second largest audience age bracket, is 22 to 25. 18 to 21 is 18.7%, and then under 18 is 6.2%. I have fucked while watching the stream. Thanks, Hasan. Good job, man. Congratulations. 34 MKD50. Thank you for the 50 get the subs. Yes, I have I know for a fact that as far as audience demographics goes, I know for a fact that I have the youngest like political and news audience on YouTube. I know that is a 100% verified fact. Do you consider yourself old? I've always thought of 30-plus-year-olds as being old dinosaurs. I've heard mixed opinions from other people. I do consider myself old because I'm on the internet. And on the internet, when you're 30-plus, you're the oldest person on the planet. I'll be honest. I know a lot of people who know and follow your content entirely outside of Twitch. They tend to be younger. Yeah. Just my Twitch audience. Turned 30 and became one of us 30-plus-year-old people, so more of us started watching you. Yeah. Saw this, right? What is... Oh, yeah, I did see this. Yep. Let's retweet it. YDSA posted, said, Zoe, a young retail worker, attended Red Hot Summer 2022 after seeing our stream with Hasan the Hun and started a union drive in their workplace. Socialists are helping lead the young labor movement, and RHS 2023 is only going to make us stronger. Yeah. Zoe, 20, retail, West Virginia. I watched Twitch streamer HasanAbi a lot. He was doing the Red Hot Summer event. That's when I got involved with the YDSA, and then I learned more about organizing that way. That's kind of when I really started to get more motivated. Hey, other people my age are doing this. They want better rights for themselves, and they deserve better rights for themselves. Are unions possible in fields like IT or finance? Yes, it's possible everywhere. That's like not, yes. New leaks from the Xbox FTC thing says that the Nintendo system, the next Nintendo system is going to have PS4 360 power. Fucking Nintendo, man. Just revealed Bobby Kotick and Nintendo have had active talks about the next generation Nintendo console. Also says apparently next gen Nintendo console is close to Gen 8 power, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. In other words, Bobby's saying that the console is aligned with Gen 8 power and knowing that it's reasonable to assume they can make games for it considering what they did with PS4 and Xbox One. Not saying he's assuming the power level. First of all, I don't believe anything that comes out about Nintendo. Okay? I don't believe that. I believe that it could be worse. Okay? Largest public sector union in the nation is about to go on strike. Literally zero coverage. But secondly, it doesn't shock me if they're making a PS4, handheld PS4, basically, which would still be pretty significant. I mean, think about it. It's fucking handheld, okay? Just because it's like PlayStation 4 graphics and PlayStation 4 power doesn't change the reality that it still would be handheld. Steam Deck is a handheld PS4. If you think, and I love Steam Deck. I have a Steam Deck. I love Steam Deck. I promote it all the time. If you think that a Steam Deck is competitive to like the mass consumer Nintendo Switch that has like at least a 6x the battery life, for example, I don't know what to tell you. The Steam Deck is basically a portable PC, a handheld PC. But it also, much like a handheld PC, requires you to have an outlet very near you, okay? Yeah, it's great when you're taking a shit. You can use it off the outlet. But, you're going to be able to play 2 to 3 hours maximum before it dies, the battery dies. And it's not because the Steam Deck battery is dog shit. It's because the Steam Deck is an incredibly powerful device. Bunch of Kick streamers are arrested in Thailand. The co-owner of Kick flew there and is trying to free them. Wait, what? That's funny. I don't know what's going on there, but that sounds hilarious to me. All right. Let's get started. Trump is responding to the leaked audio over the Iran classified documents. We're going to start off with that one. I'm going to go pee real quick. And
Washington correspondent Mike Emanuel
let's
has
take a
that
look.
story. Mike, what do we know about this?
Well, Trace, good afternoon. We've reported for several months that prosecutors have an audio recording after President Trump left office when he discussed a possible attack on Iran. What's new is it's leaked out from 2021 at his Bedminster, New Jersey club. The former president spoke out about it a short time ago in an interview with Fox Digital.
We did absolutely nothing wrong. This is just another hoax. It's called, I would say, election interference more than anything else. It's a disgrace that they can do it. Next question. But everything was fine. We did nothing wrong, and everybody knows it.
Here's a sample of that newly released audio from 2 years ago.
I was just saying, because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack Iran and what? These are the papers. This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
Yet last week with our colleague Brett Baer, the former president insisted that document did not exist.
There was no document. That was a massive amount of papers and everything else talking about Iran and other things. And it may have been held up or may not, but that was not a document. I didn't have a document per se. There was nothing to declassify. These were newspaper stories, magazine stories, and articles.
Former President Trump reacted to the audio last night by calling the special counsel Jack Smith deranged and accusing Smith of leaking the tape. Mr. Trump pled not guilty to 37 counts relating to mishandling classified information, which he held at his Mar-a-Lago home. A spokesperson says Mr. Trump in that audio was speaking rhetorically. Trace?
Mike Emanuel live for.
How does that work? Wow, that's dude. That is an excellent retort. That's so good. Dude, that's it.
I did
Airtight.
everything right and they indicted me.
That's it. That's airtight defense right there, dude. That's fucking awesome. That's it. He did it. He did the thing. He meant rhetorically this was a classified document that he hadn't declassified, that he could have declassified when he was president but chose not to, and now he can't declassify it. That's awesome. Simple was posting today and just straight up trusting Trump. He put out a video calling the audio a hoax. I mean, yeah, he has to fucking dick ride, dude. What do you mean? A matter of speech? Yeah, that's what... Dude, who amongst us has not fucking rhetorically said that they have classified documents? And when they literally had classified documents that they did not declassify. Like who? Who hasn't done that? Everyone's done that, dude. Come on.
For us in D.C., Mike, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
Your Honor, it was a quip. I'm just a silly fella. I'm a silly Billy. Trump and DeSantis trade jabs at the New Hampshire rallies. Ooh.
I tell you I'm going to do something. I'm not just saying that for an election.
He's holding an event right now to compete with us. There's only one problem. Nobody showed up.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former President Donald Trump trading jabs at each other during dueling rallies in New Hampshire yesterday. The two 2024 candidates crisscrossed the early voting state, targeting each other as they talk to voters. Our Jessica Dean is here at the table with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
So
there were people at
what?
DeSantis.
I was going to say it, but Phil's here with the fact check right off the top.
Just let the reporter report on it.
He's having a hard time letting go of the reporting. He's a reporter at heart.
Kidding. Jess.
Yes. Well, people were at Ron DeSantis' stop in Hollis, as Phil just noted. Yeah. They were in the state of New Hampshire, of course, to remind everyone, a key early state with its own personality. Phil, you talked about this yesterday morning. I heard you say you really have to do retail politics in New Hampshire. They really expect you to talk to them. They really expect you to interact with the voters. And so, you know, Ron DeSantis was there going up against this kind of collective wisdom that he's not the best retail politician. And so he's now
going up against that by proving that it's true. The collective wisdom is true. What the fuck is retail politics? Well, it comes from when you go to retail stores and kiss babies, okay? Retail politics is basically when politicians go to I don't know, like a pizza parlor or a bar or something like that, and they go and shake hands and talk to the average human being. It's like how well you can pander and how little you come across like a lizard person. If you know anything about American politics back in the George W. Bush era and way before that as well, and maybe a little bit still to this day, there was this common idea of, I can have a beer with that guy, right? I can have a beer with that guy. That idea is still very much important because a lot of our elites are fucking lizard people, okay? So they are trying their very best to defeat the lizard allegations all the time. And that is how you do it. You do it by having a little bit of riz, having a little bit of charisma, and doing some retail politics.
For the first time, we were seeing him take questions from voters, talk about that, interact with them from the stage. He's been talking to them in rope lines, but take the questions from the stage. And then, of course, you have former President Donald Trump, who's also in the state. This was the first time they were kind of like circling each other in this tiny state of...
Yeah, now politics is about how jacked a certain certain presidential candidate is and how hard you want to suck his dick. Even if he's like barely hitting 8. On 115 pounds on the incline bench press, which is, I'm sorry, not that strong for a guy who looks way stronger than that.
New Hampshire. DeSantis going more indirectly at Trump, saying he wants to break the swamp, not drain the swamp, because Trump had a chance to drain it and didn't. He says you have to break it. Here.
Are you never going to address the Grush story? What?
Here's what former. Right. Let's hear what the former president said.
Oh, this is the Grush story, the David Grush UFO whistleblower claims? Not real. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I don't know. I don't know why you came in hot with that. Like, are you never going to address the David Grush UFO story? Like you came at me like I'm hiding the fucking truth from you. Like that UFOs are real. This guy definitely came out with like real conclusive evidence and I'm hiding it. I haven't looked into it at all. It is not really that interesting to me. I'll be honest. I'm sorry.
Somebody said, how come you only attack him? I said, because he's in second place. Well, why don't you attack others? Because they're not in second place. But soon, I don't think he'll be in second place, so I'll be attacking somebody else.
So this is kind of what we've been seeing develop. Trump and
Your
his
silence
campaign
on the
going
UFO story is
directly
deafening.
at DeSantis, as we just saw right there. DeSantis is taking a little bit of a different approach. He will go after him, but only when asked directly about it. From the stump, he doesn't ever really name him in a stump speech. He'll say things like, I want to break the swamp, not drain it, because others have gone before me, that sort of thing. But when voters or the media will ask him directly about Trump, that's when he'll really take him on. And I expect to kind of see that expand until maybe we see these two on a debate stage in a few months, TBD.
I mean, how do you break a swamp?
It's a great question, Phil.
I wanted to make sure I wasn't like missing some.
No. It's just a different verb. Yeah.
Shelby, to that point, are they going to be on a debate stage together?
It's a good question. I don't think Trump or at least some members of his team see any incentive for him to be on a debate stage. So to be determined.
DeSantis doesn't have enough charisma to call Trump out to be like, why are you avoiding me on the debate stage? He also would not look good on the debate stage against Donald Trump. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to happen. Like, yeah, it doesn't benefit Trump at all. Actually, you know what? I'll take it back. I think a debate would benefit Donald Trump because Donald Trump is best when he is against his enemies, right? He's the best at galvanizing his audience against who he's not, right? And I feel like Trump would look great against DeSantis, against Rob DeSantis, little Rhonda. He'd call him gay. He'd own him. It would make him look good. It would make Rob DeSantis look bad.
But I would not be surprised if Trump bows out of the stage. I think his big argument is, why would I give these guys a chance to go directly at me when
I don't think so. I think Donald Trump could fucking make mincemeat out of these motherfuckers. Straight up. I think a debate between Trump and Rob, who has done everything in his power to basically avoid all matter of contentious conversation. He doesn't go to he doesn't put himself in situations where he will face off against even like George Stephanopoulos. You know what I mean? Like a weaker lib who would ask a couple questions, right? I don't think he would do well against Donald Trump, especially because his entire point is that he's Donald Trump without the baggage, or rather he's Donald Trump who has won the governor election. Not necessarily a national one, but it doesn't matter. But a guy who has a hard time coming across as personable in a diner in Iowa is going to have a very hard time coming across as personable against the dude that he is trying to emulate, who is much better and has real charisma. He's quick. He's witty. He's sassy. Trump is personable, ? Trump is incredibly telegenic. If you can't see that after like 8 years of Donald Trump, I don't know what to tell you. He was literally a TV star. Yeah, he's incredibly charismatic. He literally looks like shit and people still think he's hot, okay? Do you know why? Because people don't see him. They see the image that he projects. He's funny. He's quick on his feet. He knows how to crack jokes. Because he's rich? No, there's plenty. If that was the case, Michael Bloomberg would be charismatic. Michael Bloomberg is significantly wealthier than Donald Trump. There were 2 billionaires that ran there are 2 billionaires that ran in the Democratic primaries. There's a current billionaire that's running in the Republican primaries from North Dakota, the North Dakota governor. It doesn't matter. Trump is a TV star, and he's very good at messaging to an audience of TV watchers, and that also happens to be the only people that vote. He's very good. He's very good on camera.
I'm so far ahead.
Which isn't a bad argument when you're
Correct.
plus 32 in
Yeah.
every single
Plus
poll.
32.
I can't agree, mate. Not even when you're speaking generally. Okay, well, Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton in the elections. Do you think that was because he was more electable than Hillary Clinton, or do you think that had something to do with his his appeal to millions of Americans? I'm not the type of person to be like half the country loves Donald Trump, because I don't think that's the case. But out of the voting population, enough people did vote for him, and he is seen as a cult-like individual for a not insignificant portion of American voters. Okay, you can't be a cult leader without having Riz. I think it does partially have to do with how hated Hillary was. I agree. But that's only one component. That's only one component of the conversation. Donald Trump is seen as a tremendously charismatic individual to a lot of Republicans. Okay? We got it, Chad. You're so woke. You don't fall for optics. You see people for their actions, but y'all shit at analysis. Yeah. Hillary won more votes and Russia puppet Jill Stein is the only reason Trump won. Joke. Oh, Jesus. Guys, Donald Trump, and I've said this so many times, and I guess it bears repeating. Donald Trump has a way of taking his own petty personal grievances and portraying them as broad systemic issues caused by elites that are hurting the white working class. That's why he can get away with going to West Virginia and talking to a bunch of like 7th-generation coal miner families who no longer have a job about like how Graydon Carter is a sissy and how whichever fucking magazine Graydon Carter was in charge of sucks now. You know what I mean? He talks to West Virginia coal miners about how hairspray in the 80s was better. Vanity Fair. Okay, yeah. And they clap. They lose their minds when he says shit like that. Okay? You think Ron DeSantis could go up in front of a massive audience and get them to be excited about hairspray? No fucking shot. He literally sits there. He sits there and talks about ridiculous shit that no one cares about, and he makes people care about it. That's charisma. He is very charismatic to a lot of idiotic people who are angry at the wrong things. Partially because He knows how to channel their frustration in the way that the Republican Party has done for many, many years without any of the civility politics associated with it. Okay? And partially because he knows how to read the room and he knows how to effectively communicate and keep people engaged, keep people entertained. He's a TV guy.
To that point, a lot of Trump supporters up in arms over what House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said about is Trump strong enough or the strongest to win? Let's play it.
Could he win an election?
Can he win that election? Yeah, he can.
You think he can?
The question is he the strongest to win the election? I don't know that answer, but can anybody beat Biden? Yeah, anybody can beat Biden. Can Biden beat other people? Yes, Biden can beat him. It's on any given day.
You served in Congress.
Sure.
McCarthy.
Did you start your stopwatch when you saw that sound? How long is this going to take?
Sometimes politicians make the mistake of being honest. You know, in so many ways, this Trumpian base is so fervent and passionate that the second that you criticize him as a Republican, the backlash can actually be extraordinary. What I think some of these Republican officials fail to acknowledge, though, is that actually is not the majority of even the Republican primary base. Maybe it's a third, but in politics, passion is often stronger than numbers. And I have no doubt that Kevin McCarthy's office, both his governmental...
I love people saying it's because it's a cult. It doesn't matter, man. Cult leaders are charismatic to the people in the cult. That's it. I don't know why you guys can't see this. It's not that complicated. It's not that confusing, okay? Every cult leader is profoundly charismatic to the members in their own cult. Ultimately, you're not born into a cult. You don't become a cult leader with a well-established group of followers that just pursue everything that you say. You build it. And how do you build it? Well, you build it by being charismatic. That's how Donald Trump did it.
office as well as his political office is getting emails, text messages, phone calls, letters from both people they know and people they never even heard of, and that's why he backtracked so incredibly quickly.
And McCarthy, Trump actually had McCarthy's article on his desk on the plane home, which I thought was
that is the backtrack.
I believe it was the backtracking one.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. It is interesting because the whole field is counting on some cover, right, from people like Kevin McCarthy, the 2024 field, to say, look, everyone supports Trump. This would be like a Republican talking point. Everyone supports Trump. However, who can win in a general election? That's what Ron DeSantis, that's the case he's certainly making, and these other contenders want to make as well. So, it was interesting to see him say that. And then, of course, backtrack.
Can I ask, what are we not seeing? Shelby's always good at answering this question.
Yeah. We'll see if I can do it.
Behind the... Poppy's already dined me out, so the bar is very low at this point in time.
You're surrounded.
But when you're on the trail, there are narratives that say...
Call me a racist. The word means nothing anymore after liberals used it on half the fucking population. Biden can't beat Trump. Well, Biden did beat Trump already. I don't know if you were around, but last election cycle, Biden did beat Trump. The fact that all the liberals bash him so hard is so funny to me. The fact that they can attack people like that, his ideology is even funnier to me. Liberals are too funny. I don't know if you're actually laughing, chatter. It seems like you're not really laughing at all. I mean, I love shitting on Biden. Don't get me wrong. But that fucking decrepit corpse absolutely, thoroughly defeated Donald Trump. You know what I mean? He did. So what does that say about your fucking candidate? Now, obviously, there were certain facts that played a significant role, COVID being one of the main players, okay? And an act of God, basically, giving Donald Trump COVID right before the election, which is something that we always forget. Very interesting that this is not factored into the analysis at all. If you are seen as a guy who fucked up the economy, who locked people indoors, who literally flubbed the whole COVID situation, and millions of Americans are fucking dying, okay? And then on top of that, right before people start forgetting about COVID, you get COVID directly before the election. That's going to play a big role. Trump seemed more senile last election. This election, Biden looks more senile. I hate to say it. Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a senile off for sure. DJ Glitcher, thank you for the 50 gifted subs. God damn, we got more Oilers in the chat. Trump's brain is applesauce, my guy. Yeah, I don't think Trump is like particularly clever or all there, really. I mean, he's got plenty of moments where he comes across like a fucking psycho. Biden certainly has more than Trump because his brain is mush, and I do think it's like elder abuse to keep running him. 34 MKD 50, thank you for the 50 subs. The Oilers are having a oil off. He's just the fun great uncle versus Biden is your boring grandpa, but they're both incoherent if you really listen. Paying for a millionaire's vacation? Ain't no way. Yeah. Why do you think we don't see younger presidential candidates make it through the primaries and we only get to choose between corpses? They just have they're seen as more seasoned. They're seen as more experienced. They've done their time in office that require that gives them experience in like foreign policy and whatnot. And also, a lot of the fucking voters are corpses themselves. You know what I mean? A much larger percentage of corpses vote than a percentage of young people. Would any serving Republican want to run as VP? Donald Trump's? Yes. Yeah. They want wait, what the fuck is this? They want power, man. They want fucking power. They don't give a shit. Of course they'll be. DJ Glitcher, thank you for another 50 gifted subs. Holy shit. They would love that. I mean, you saw how Ted Cruz reacted. Ted Cruz is the perfect example of how Republicans operate. He went from attacking Donald Trump relentlessly to having Donald Trump say his wife is ugly, imply that his father was a Zodiac killer, or assassinated JFK, that he might be the Zodiac killer, to literally doing phone calls for Donald Trump, for phone banking for Donald Trump. You know, that's how it works. Zoomer chatters forget at the Trump at the top of the ticket gave GOP a trifecta, and now SCOTUS rule. Democrats didn't earn my vote. I don't know. I kind of think not being a right-wing extremist who peel away civil rights one by one would have been enough to make you look into the policy they've also enacted. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy and a sellout. You're right. You are a sellout. So here's the thing, okay? Zoomers that are now like in their early 20s are going through their early election cycle vote shaming situation. That's why they're coming out with the same exact takes that you've heard time and time again. So, you know, if you've been through the machine and it's spat you out already, you know, you've seen all of these takes a million times over. DJ Glitcher with another 50 subs. What is happening, dude? I just, you know, they've said this every single election cycle, and they will continue saying it. The funniest part is when they say it while the election cycle is not even around or like just beginning, and the current Democrats in office are not doing the things that they claim Democrats are going to do that Republicans won't. They're actually fighting. 34 MKD 50. Thank you for the 50 get the subs. Making people believe that voting third party or not voting is some form of liberation and freedom from the two-party system is how right-wing extremism is taking hold. God, how brainwashed by the Democrats do you have to be to believe that nothing better is possible? There's something so depressing about the way these vote blue, no matter who people, especially young people who are skillfully courted by establishment politicians, place the blame on poor individuals instead of the fundamentally undemocratic systems in place. Call me a shill, say I'm wrong, I don't care. If third-party voters hadn't swung in 2016 and Bernie or Buzz people came to vote for Hillary in 2016, Trump would have never had 3 Supreme Court picks. Say it's the candidate's fault, say it's the establishment, I don't care. Yeah, I mean, it is the candidate's fault. The notion that, like, you're supposed to vote out of pure principle demonstrably has failed. And for some reason, people still put that forward as though that's like a viable strategy to garner support. It's not. It has failed. And it also doesn't make sense. There is no, like, brand loyalty to the Democratic Party, okay? It's incredibly stupid. Shut the fuck up. That's not how people work. You can cry about it all day, every day, but ultimately that's not how this works. Okay? You have to make an argument why people should vote for you. I'm so fucking tired of people saying that you're supposed to chastise people to vote. What are they saying? Discussing voter shaming is a strategy?
If the people who voted for Jill Stein, just Jill Stein in Michigan, Wisconsin, and
I feel like this is old. Is this new?
Pennsylvania had voted for Hillary instead, Donald Trump would have never become president. That's it, right? And so
this fundamentally misses the point, okay? This is not how things work. Friend of the show, John Favreau, is wrong, okay? He's handsome, but he's wrong. It's just not, that's not how this works. You can say, oh, well, these guys that voted for someone else should have voted for my candidate instead. And I say this is someone who did vote for Hillary Clinton, okay? But it is ridiculous. I am Hazelnuts. Thank you for the 25. Get the subs. It's ridiculous. You can't expect people to go out and vote for you because you're shaming them into do so. You have to tell them why they should vote for you. If you don't do that, this messaging is never going to succeed. It has not succeeded. It's never going to succeed. I don't know why people keep deluding themselves into thinking maybe we can shame people into going out and voting.
So, I'm sure there's a lot of Cornel West fans out there. You live in a swing state, you vote for Cornel West, you're helping Trump become president. That's it.
Okay, but like Cornel West might not be on the same side as Hillary Clinton, okay? A lot of people don't understand this. For some reason, they just think like, oh, well, Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden are on different sides of the political spectrum to Cornel West. This is yet another instance where we are taking the blame away from the Democratic Party, okay? I don't like that. I think it's ridiculous. We should be fucking ripping the DNC a new asshole on a regular fucking basis. We should be demanding more from the Democratic Party. If you want people to vote for the Democratic Party, it's so simple. I don't know how this escapes the grasps of so many otherwise intelligent people. If you want people to do something, you have to offer them something, okay? And what you're offering them can't be, well, we're better than the other guy, because that hasn't worked. Why are you trying to every fucking election cycle do the same shit? It only works when the other guy wins and fucks up the country for 4 fucking years in like very public ways that people are just like, I'm sick and tired of this. I just don't want to even pay attention to the politics anymore. Please, I will do anything. Okay? I don't know why people that are supposed to do commentary on the matter work outside of this universe, like they are literally inside of the DNC sphere. They keep giving people the wrong idea. They keep giving their audience the wrong idea. It's not helping. It's hurting. Okay? It's hurting the Democratic Party. Now, of course, if you ask me, I don't think the Democratic Party is interested in winning. Let's be real. I think they're interested in winning every now and then, but they're not really genuinely motivated to follow through on an agenda that is truly economically progressive. I don't think that is the case. There have been many instances throughout the history of the United States, especially in contemporary politics, where the Democratic Party has had power and has squandered it. One of the examples I can give you from this election, this presidential cycle, is the $15 minimum wage, something that Biden claimed he was in favor of, that he completely cast aside when he had enough votes. The idea that we don't have enough votes within the Democratic Party internally is also a stupid one. You are their bosses, okay? When you're the president or when you're the Speaker of the House, you're the boss, okay? You have the power to take these people away from positions of power. You can rob them of their committee positions. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You have mechanisms to threaten those who do not follow your agenda, who threaten the re-election campaign that you are going to launch inevitably. At that point, you can just take their fucking committee positions. You can belittle them. You can utilize the media. You can utilize the bully pulpit. Donald Trump certainly did it very effectively when there was something that he wanted to get across. Okay? You have to use the power that you have. The Democrats, on the other hand, like Democrats with institutional control, don't use the power that they have because I don't think that they genuinely care about enacting the agenda that they claim they want to enact, that they ran on. Joe Manchin is from a state that's like Trump plus 40. See, you're doing it. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. You're doing DNC propaganda without getting paid DNC propagandist money. Okay? Show me the pay stubs. Are you working for the DNC? How many times have I talked about this? Joe Manchin would be no one if he was in the Republican Party. Joe Manchin, 1, likes attention. 2, holds a lot of powerful committee positions. Okay? Joe Manchin claiming he's going to switch over to the Republican Party doesn't mean anything. It's a lie. Joe Manchin is no one. Okay? He's nobody in the Republican Party. I'm sick and tired of this idea that like Joe Manchin will threaten to. He does it every fucking year. He claims he's going to change the party every year. He has been saying that he is going to swap parties for the past 15 fucking years, man. Maybe not 15, but he's been saying it. He said it already. He said it this year as well. It's a lie. Joe Manchin is only valuable as a spoiler in the Democratic Party. But why, ask yourself, unholy general, why you believe this narrative, why you landed on this hook, line, and sinker and are now churning it back in an otherwise alternative media platform like this one. Like, you took the MSNBC line and you brought it here and you're repeating it. You don't work for the DNC. You don't work for fucking Joe Manchin. Why are you playing, why are you making it seem like it's out of the hands of the Democratic Party? Why is it that when there is a Republican holdout, the Republican machine will spit them out, will chew them and spit them out immediately until they fucking genuflect to whatever the interests are? And oftentimes it's capital interest. Obviously it's a little bit different, but like, if the Democratic Party truly was interested in following through on their progressive policy agendas that they ran on, they would do the same thing that the Republicans do. They would rob, cheat, steal. They would do everything they can. They would use ridiculous precedents from like 1779 to claim that there's historical relevance to why, a certain economic policy package needs to pass through Congress. You know what I mean? That's what the GOP does. When they want to push for something, they don't wait for the instruments of power to be in their hands. They just utilize whatever kind of fraction of power they have. And when they're out of power, they obstruct all the way. You have to understand that. To be fair, getting Manchin a coal baron of over $300 million in environmental subsidies was a good W. I agree with you, though, on most things you're saying. No, that's ridiculous. Manchin got a shitload of concessions for that. Manchin is also very weak. He has family members that are directly involved in businesses. Say you're going to fucking use the IRS. Weaponize any kind of power that you have. A shrewd, cunning politician would do that. A shrewd, cunning politician who is on top of all mechanisms of control would utilize different ways of manipulating and forcing Democrats within his own ranks, and even Republicans that are not in their own ranks. You are, again, taking the propaganda and going along with it. Okay? Threaten someone for once, you Democrat cucks. Holy shit. Go hard in the fucking paint. Why do you expect us to vote for you if you're not going to do that?
And you can say, oh, well, it's Joe Biden's fault he did this or that. No. It's your decision. You get to decide whether you want to help Donald Trump become president or you don't. And if you want to help him, then you should vote for Cornel West. Or you should vote for Joe Manchin and his no labels ticket. Or you can vote for, RFK Jr. if he decides to run third party. But if you don't want to help Trump become president, you got to vote for Joe Biden. That's it. Very simple. Now, I think messaging to voters who might actually make this decision is probably a little different, I would say, because
No, chastising works.
I don't agree.
I do think you need to explain why these candidates would not be good candidates for president. I really do, because
even then they're talking about, even his perspective on messaging revolves around, why it's a better decision to vote for Biden. When the argument should not be about how you message Biden. The argument should be to tell Joseph Robinette Biden to actually do messaging, which he did, by the way. He did. Joe Biden campaigned, obviously, much more centrist than Bernie Sanders, but his campaign was significantly more progressive, as is always the case, by the way, than when he was in office and what he followed through on, right? Chastising does not work. It does not work. If chastising worked, then Hillary Clinton would have been president. It's not like they didn't chastise hard enough. They did. Tell Biden to do more. Tell Biden to do more with the power that he has, and then you'll see the results.
And I think we could get tripped up in that, because I think if you are one of these voters,
I assume you know, but Dan was being sarcastic about chastising. That makes sense.
And you hear a bunch of people yelling at you to vote for Joe Biden, and because you have to, I don't think it's going to be very effective.
Yeah, they
recognize.
recognize
I think you have to say
that.
why RFK Jr. is not a good choice. Why Cornel West is not a good choice. Why?
But again, I don't even agree with this. It's not just about saying RFK Jr. is a bad choice. I personally do think that RFK Jr. is a ridiculous person to vote for. Okay? He is. He's a fucking ridiculous person to vote for. I mean, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't necessarily say the same about Cornel West, but you have to understand you can't just say well, don't vote for those guys. Those guys are bad, and you'll help Trump win. You have to say why you should vote for Biden, not just on the virtue of what Biden isn't or who he's going up against, but instead why you should be positively wanting to vote for Biden, because he promises certain things that he's going to absolutely demonstrably fulfill. Biden, of course, hasn't done that, so that's a much harder argument to push for. But the least you could do is talk about what Biden has done in his presidency and say how that has had a good impact on your life, a positive impact on your life. It can be hard, but,
by Joe Manchin or whoever it may be is not a good choice. So that is something that I think Democrats are going to have to figure out in the next year. Finally,
people get fucking cucked and brainwashed by the DNC from kindergarten when we hold school-wide elections for president every 4 years. Why my future children will be homeschooled and not groomed by liberals into socialism and buying subs to avoid ads at the hour on some political stream. God damn it, that's a good-ass fucking debate. Fuck you. God damn it. You got me so hard that I didn't even realize there was a fucking segue in there until literally the segue. That's bullshit. You're a bad person. But let me tell you, at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, well, then all you need to do is subscribe. Which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite broadcaster. Hopefully that's me. Campaign Mania is happening. We got some Oilers in the chat. Maybe you can get gifted a sub and avoid the ads that way as well. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Homeschooling gets me every time. When you start talking about homeschooling in a positive light, it's like a cheat code. I'm going to be perma-stuck. I'm not even going to see anything else because I'm seeing fucking red. You know what I mean? Anytime someone comes in here to say positive things about homeschooling, I'm like, no. $34 MKD50. Thank you for the 50 gifted subs, allowing 50 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour.
There are kind of top line things that we're always talking about right now as we wait for this to kind of fully kick into high gear. What are you kind of observing that like stands out to you that maybe we're missing right now?
I think the thing that has stood out to me the most is that the voters that I've watched are truly interested in learning about the other candidates. They're not dead set on Trump. Now, look, there is a part of that primary electorate that is never going to move, right? Those always Trump people are immovable. However, I think even people who perhaps feel like they think they want to support Trump are out there and very curious about these other candidates. There is Trump fatigue out there. And it's just, can they find someone that they believe that can win?
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
They want a winner.
Mm-hmm. They want a winner.
Thank you guys very much.
Homeschooling is the worst. Talking about homeschooling in a Twitch chat is the worst place to talk about it too, because half of this fucking chat is homeschooled. Okay, so they're gonna be like, "What do you mean? I'm good. I'm fine. I was homeschooled." Yeah, that doesn't mean that is the norm. Okay. I know. Also, you're a Twitch chatter, so maybe you're not that fine. Okay. And hey, you can also say, Hasan, you weren't homeschooled, and look at you. You're a Twitch streamer, which is like objectively worse on the brain rot scale.
We're turning now.
Oh, here, this is a fun little Biden moment.
It's hard to tell, but he's clearly losing the war in Iraq. He's losing the war at home. And he has become a bit of a pariah around the world.
Biden says, Putin is clearly losing the war in Iraq, Jack.
It's not just NATO. It's not just the European Union. It's Japan. It's 40 nations. It's hard to tell.
Biden was asked, to what extent has Vladimir Putin been weakened by events?
Has Vladimir Putin been weakened by recent events? It's hard to tell, but he's clearly losing the war in Iraq.
Okay, to be fair, Vladimir Putin is losing the war in Iraq. How many Russian troops are stationed in Iraq? I rest my case. Okay? Exactly. He lost. He lost, man. He fucking lost. Yep. No, and I love the chatters being like, maybe he meant Syria. No, man. He meant Ukraine, okay? He did not mean Syria. He doesn't know what year it is, okay? He has no idea what's going on. Please stop trying to make sense of what this fucking old man is saying when his brain is tapioca pudding. Okay? Stop it. He doesn't know what's going on. Okay? Teamsters nationwide UPS strike is imminent, by the way. Today, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters walked away from the national bargaining table and officially demanded UPS exchange its last, best, and final offer no later than June 30th. The Teamsters gave UPS a one-week notice on Tuesday to act responsibly and exchange a stronger economic proposal for more than 340,000 full and part-time workers. UPS execs couldn't make it one more day without insulting and ignoring union leaders and rank and filers as negotiations resumed on Wednesday. Despite the Teamsters having reached a consensus on 55 non-economic issues of the company on June 19, UPS has continued to seek a cost-neutral contract during economic negotiations. The world's largest delivery company that raked in more than $100 billion in revenue last year has made it clear to its union workforce that it has no desire to reward or respectfully compensate UPS Teamsters for their labor and sacrifice. During the past fucking week, UPS returned an appalling counterproposal to the union's financial package. Offer a minuscule raises and wage cuts to traditional cost of living adjustments. Why did you turn Italian? I wonder why I turned Italian. How do you think this guy sounds? Sean O'Brien is an Italian. How do you think Sean O'Brien sounds, though? How do you think he sounds? And it's not just Italian. I'm not doing it Italian. There's a subtle hint there of Boston. Okay? It's a bit like Matty Walsh. Okay? Not Matt Walsh. I've met Sean, you're dead on. Thank you. I'm actually doing a pretty good fucking impression of this person right now. Okay, here, I'll do it a little bit better. Hold on. Here, I'll keep reading. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. The one. No, that's not it. What the fuck? Why can't I?
Bill Jackson's just as good or bad as any man I've seen. He's just about as good or bad.
He's doing a song bit? Shut the fuck up, chat. I'm trying to find the right one. Here. Is this the right one? No, that's not the right one either. Fuck, which is the song? Which one's the song? Isn't that Dropkick Murphys? Which one is the song? Fuck. Why is that not here? They don't care about our members' families. UPS doesn't want to pay up. Their actions and insults at the bargaining table have proven they are just another corporation that wants to keep up all the money at the top. Working people who bust their asses every single day do not matter, not to the UPS. With a deadline of Friday to return a last, best and final offer, UPS is putting itself on strike by August 1st and causing devastating supply chain disruptions in the U.S. and other parts of the fucking world. Nationwide overwhelmingly authorized, the Teamsters nationwide overwhelmingly authorized a strike this month by 97% should UPS fail to come to terms on a new bargain. UPS's impending failure is one step closer to reality and has the potential to affect nearly all Americans. We have an economy today that is reliant on parcel delivery, and no one in the game handles more packages per day or provides better service than Teamsters at UPS. Our members are fighting for a post-pandemic agreement that honors the sacrifices they made to keep this country moving during the last several years. Time has run out for UPS to give workers that honorable contract. The Teamsters repeatedly told the company from the beginning of this process that there will be no extensions, but UPS has sat on its hands and chosen to turn its back on these workers. Come August 1st, it's going to be damn hard for UPS to ignore us any longer. There you go. I met that guy. He definitely doesn't sound like that. He sounds more like Italian. He's not. I mean, here.
UPS feeder driver makes $35,000. If you don't know your facts, then maybe you should.
Oh, I know him because I negotiate the contract.
So I say one thing to you. What do you bring for that salary?
What do I bring?
Yeah. What job have you committed, or have you started? What job have you created? One job, other than sucking the paycheck out of somebody else that you want to say that you're trying to provide because you're forcing them to pay dues. And
no, we don't force
them.
Senator, you've asked the question. You're out on.
Give me a fucking break. That's really good. It's like we don't force him to pay dues.
Let him answer the question. And don't tell me I'm out of line.
You are out of line.
Don't tell me I'm out of line.
Well, you frame.
Don't tell me.
You frame the statement like a tough
your
guy.
Mouth
yeah.
Because you don't know
you're
what
you're
you're
talking about. You're going to tell me to shut my mouth?
Yes,
yeah.
I did.
Hold it. Yeah. Hold it.
Yes,
tough guy. I'm.
No, tough guy. You're out of fucking line. How about that? You're out of line. They point to the highest paid driver, the highest seniority, and say, look, they get paid so well, they don't need the strike. Yeah, I mean, this was great. This was a fire. We covered this when it happened. It was awesome. Markway Mully sucks. So bad. Bitch ass. Don't get into a tough guy debate against that accent. I mean, this dude and what he represents, the power he represents almost individually, well, in his elected position, of course, is one of the most powerful positions. He could brick the economy. I think a lot of people don't understand that.
I'm not afraid of physical.
Senator, hold it. But don't sit there and tell me I'm out of line.
Senator, you made a statement. You asked the question.
I didn't ask a question.
You did it.
You did. I answered the question.
You asked the question.
Well, it was rhetorical.
Let him answer.
It was a rhetorical
well,
question.
you may think it's rhetorical.
It
sounded to me like a question. Let him answer the question.
I'm not yielding my time to him. So if you're going to let me keep my time, that's fine.
He's such a bitch. I'm not yielding my time to him. Remember when I took my daddy's job? Remember when I took my daddy's business that I was born into? And I was poorer than poor, dirt poor, you know? And then I took that business and I turned it into something, okay? I exploited so many people in Oklahoma. You don't understand. It's my time to talk now. Daddy, let me talk. Daddy, let me talk in the work freeze. My time to talk now, okay? I took Daddy's HVAC business from the mud.
You'll have your time. Let him. You ask a question.
Bitch.
He has a right to answer that.
As far as my salary goes, my salary, if you follow me around, I actually look at this building. I bet you I work more hours than you do. twice.
That's impossible. But
No, that's true.
Sir, you don't know what hard work is. You wanna follow my schedule,
Secondly, I'll do it in a minute.
I work more hours than you do. All right. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on with the fucking Teamsters. All right. Didn't he also say he was protecting the House of Reps during January 6th, but there's a photo of him behind Secret Service? Yeah, he's a fucking little baby. He's a coward. The pilots also strike when the drivers do. Let me tell you something, okay? The Teamsters is, alongside the UAW, two of the most powerful unions in North America. Teamsters might be the most powerful union in NA, okay? They control all matter of logistics. If they fucking strike, okay, it's Jover. Do you understand? It's so Jover. It's more Jover than it's ever been. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to go up against them. Like, they're so powerful that half the reason why the Writers Guild has any kind of... Half the reason why the Writers Guild has any kind of juice is because of the Teamsters cooperating with them. Because they're so powerful that they can get away with saying, we do not cross picket lines. Other unions do not have that same level of juice. They do not have that same level of control, which is part of the reason why they can't get away with saying stuff like that. They can abide by that principle. Teamsters can abide by that principle and actually follow through on it and refuse to cross picket lines. Absolutely crippling production of any sort that requires trucks, you know what I mean? Whether it be trailer trucks or just trucks that are involved in shipping. Or UPS trucks. So it would cripple e-commerce. It would cripple a lot. UPS accounts for 2% of all world GDP and 6% of U.S. GDP. Do you think you can get him on the broadcast? Maybe. I could get I could get Lindsay Doherty on the broadcast. I know that. I was talking to her about that. And then I went to Japan and stuff, so. But I'll get back on that. Our teams are part of Amazon Trucking for Prime Delivery. I know they have their own freight. I think so. My work canceled all work except my position today due to air quality. I'm just watching on a company dime today. It feels great. Fuck yeah. Everybody's always doing that, though, for the most part. Move the mic so Hosh Twit can screenshot. Thanks. What? You guys are so dumb. Okay. Where are we? So that's the Teamsters coverage right there. We got the new Amon animations. Oh, here's Biden. Here's Robinette in Chicago talking about Bidenomics.
It is a fundamental break from the economic theory that has failed America's middle class for decades now. It's called trickle-down economics, fundamental economics, trickle down. The idea was, it's belief that we should cut taxes for the wealthy and big corporations. And I know something about big corporations. There's more corporations in Delaware incorporated than every other state in the union combined. I want them to do well, but I'm tired of waiting for the trickle down. It doesn't come very quickly. Not much trickle down at my dad's kitchen table growing up. It is a fundamental break from the economic theory.
I mean, he says it.
America's middle class
He says this. He says these sweet nothings, right? Him saying these sweet nothings don't translate to like actual fucking policies, though.
You didn't know what. I knew we couldn't go back to the same failed policies when I ran. So I came into office determined to change the economic direction of this country. To move from trickle-down economics to what everyone on Wall Street Journal and Financial Times began to call Bidenomics. I didn't come up with the name. I really didn't. I now claim it, but they're the ones that used it first. I got asked by a press person this morning, getting on a helicopter in Washington, why, when I asked you about Bidenomics a long time ago, you said you didn't know what it was. I said, I didn't name it Bidenomics. I didn't realize the Economist and the Wall Street Journal did. But I think it's a plan that I'm happy to call Bidenomics. And guess what? Bidenomics is working. When I took office, the pandemic was raging and our economy was reeling. Supply chains are broken, millions of people unemployed, hundreds of thousands of small businesses on the verge of closing after so many had already closed. Literally hundreds of thousands on the verge of closing. Today, the U.S. has the highest economic growth rate leading the world economies since the pandemic, the highest in the world. As Dick said, with his help, we created 13.4 million new jobs. More jobs in 2 years than any president has ever made in 4, in 2. And folks, it's no accident. That's Bidenomics in action. Bidenomics is about building an economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down.
If I could legit just jump out of there, possibly. Really noticing he said nothing about income inequality or average salary being stagnant. Can you believe he named it after himself? You look like a band member from the Ned Flanders metal band today. Okay. Yes, I have a mustache. Yes, I'm looking a little bit more preppy, okay? Kaya is literally a teenager, by the way. Can we just like quickly just look at this look at this. Straight up a fucking teenager now. I don't know how this happened. It happened so quickly. It's crazy how big she got. It's crazy how long she got. Her nose has grown. Like, her nose has gotten longer. Her body has gotten longer. I'm convinced Ray has swapped her with another dog. Still sitting to eat though, still same Kaya. That's true. Still pupper energy, doesn't realize it despite her larger size. Yeah, she jumps on my lap like she's a tiny puppy still. But now she actually can jump at my lap. And when she does, it's like 40 pounds just fucking landing on me. Checking to make sure you're not looking so she can chew shelf. Lol. No, she's not chewing the shelf right now. She's currently chewing her food. Why are they memeing you? Megaphonics? Why are you guys doing Discord memes? What's happening? Video is not available. From experience, I can say she will keep doing that even when growing up. Yeah. Should I update Giga Kai yet or wait for her to get full size? No, that's fine. You can keep using that. Wait till she's fully grown, Law. Still sits on dad's lap like a baby. Are you a proud dad? I'm so proud. I'm so fucking proud of her. Do you have any poop issues? No. She hasn't pooped or peed out of place. Last night I went to dinner and I left her in her crate and she was perfectly fine. So that's also a huge W. So, you know, I don't want to speak about it too much because I feel like I'll jinx it. But great.
Productivity improved at the
EPS
fastest
lessons
pace in
from
your
97. Block Doc. Teamsters are one of America's most powerful unions, and if workers' demands aren't met, they're preparing for what could be one of the largest strikes on a single employer in American history at United Parcel Service. YouTube captions in the beginning always are like crazy. I don't know why. I saw what Jordan Peterson's horny ass tweeted and deleted, chat. We talked about it. Here it is. Naked or clothed. And there should definitely be oil involved. Smile. Elon Musk challenges Mark Zuckerberg to a cage match and Facebook founder says he's in. I don't know why he posted that. I don't know why he said that. It's very weird. It's very strange. Oh, I never even got through this Ben Shapiro video. Hold on.
Two options. This bag of 10,000 pennies. And since you are a socialist, you are free to distribute it equally to everyone here. The second, this $100 bill for yourself. Would you like the bag or the Benjamin?
I'll take the cash.
You'll take the cash. Okay. Congratulations. Welcome to capitalism.
I'm not a capitalist. I will.
That was the most capitalist thing you could do.
Oh, this is so fake. Ay, ay, ay. This is so... Wow, socialism destroyed, dude.
I will share this among you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
I'd love to see the follow-on. Did she share it among the people? I do not think.
Yeah. Socialism destroyed. It's like every part of that argument is so stupid. Socialism is not wealth distribution, okay? So fucking dumb. It's so fucking stupid. Socialism is not wealth redistribution. Not about that. So stupid. Bro, you saw Nate Shaw biting your shit on Twitter? I did. Nate Shaw is so funny. He literally did the classic, like, I don't know anything about politics, but like this RFK Jr. guy, he's talking about health. And I hate when Jimmy Kimmel talks about health. Wait, what did he say? I don't even think this is like a bad thing. He didn't even say anything like all that bad. He basically just said, wait, where is it? Where is it? Here. And then people were yelling at him. This is what I woke up to this morning. Jimmy Kimmel says, wow, we each gained 29 pounds. That almost sounds like nonsense. There's a good possibility this guy is Borat, right? When talking about RFK Jr. Because RFK Jr. tweeted, Americans gained an average of 29 pounds during COVID lockdowns. Dude, what the fuck's going on with the context? Context is going crazy. I will help turn this around by encouraging our citizens to exercise, eat well, and fortify their immune systems by removing harmful chemicals from our food. According to the 2021 APA survey, 42% of Americans gained undesired weight during the lockdowns, with the average weight gain of those individuals being 29 pounds. Okay. So that's what RFK said. And then Jimmy Kimmel said, wow, we each gained 29 pounds. That almost sounds like nonsense. There's a good possibility this guy's Borat. So I don't know why Jimmy Kimmel decided to like attack the one fucking instance of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. like coming across like a normal human. Okay. But he did that. And then Nate Shot, and Nate Shot represents like the average person in this situation, looks at that and goes, wait, what do you mean? Like, why are you shitting on this guy? I don't know anything about him, but like, he's not wrong about this. Political Jimmy Kimmel is the worst. I'm not tapped in on all of RFK's political stances and agendas, but out of all the things for Kimmel to cherry pick, he decides to poke holes in fitness and the betterment of health in the United States. What's wrong with this guy? Americans didn't gain 29 pounds. Of the 42% of Americans who gained weight, the average was 29 pounds. Yeah, that's still an insane number. You guys know that, right? Like, you understand that that's like devastating. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, RFK is exaggerating and he's incorrect. But that is a fucking ridiculous. That is a ridiculous number from that study. Okay, I mean, what's easier to debunk? A 2-hour lecture about vaccine safety or the claim that everybody gained 30 pounds? Like, I don't think people literally look at that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think people look at what RFK said and thought every single American gained 29 pounds. Like, he might be implying that that's what happened. Okay. But like, I think most people just look at that and go, okay, that's probably not what happened, right? Like, that sounds insane. But this is the Norman take. It was just like, why are you yelling at a guy who's fucking saying that Americans gained a lot of weight during COVID? You know what I mean? No, he's literally saying the average American gained 29 pounds, which is not true. Yes, RFK is a fucking crank, okay? He said Americans gained an average of 29 pounds. So some Americans lost weight, some Americans gained weight, and every single American technically either lost weight or gained weight, with the average coming to 29 pounds of weight gain, which is an insane thing to say, okay? This is such a stupid conversation to have back and forth because we're not having a conversation about, like, the actual data, okay? We're having a conversation about how it is perceived by a broader population. Oh my God. Every single person is getting upset at the wrong things here, okay? We're talking about messaging. We're talking about what you're attacking, okay? Like, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. misinterpreted that statistic or misrepresented that statistic, but, like, you're having a ridiculous conversation around this misrepresentation when the average person goes, wait, a lot of people did gain weight during COVID. Why is Jimmy Kimmel shitting on the guy saying a lot of people gained weight in COVID? Okay? One person comes across more relatable than the other. Okay? And the one that comes across more relatable is the fucking is the crank in that situation. But that's RFK's bread and butter. RFK's bread and butter is misrepresenting statistics. It's just that there are plenty of instances where he's misrepresenting statistics in a way that is, like, fucking outright ridiculous and, I would say, dangerous. Okay? And the outright dangerous misrepresentation of statistics are those that revolve around his opinion on vaccines or his opinion on Wi-Fi causing brain bleed and giving super cancer to people. Just, like, so much shit. True, RFK comes off better, but Jimmy's just an idiot, so that'll happen anytime. I just thought it was funny to mention that, like, Nate Shot said this and then people got mad at him. Also, 70% of Americans are overweight, so he's right with that we are too fat. Yeah, ultimately, like, everyone understands that. So when you say something like that, people are going to get mad. Also, a lot of people did utilize that time to gain muscle weight at home. Is that in the study too? Genuine question? No. I don't know why I even got involved in this. This is such a stupid fucking thing to talk about overall. All right. Breaking. Ron DeSantis was just asked if he's in favor of eliminating federal agencies.
Are you in favor of eliminating any agencies? I know conservatives in the past have talked about closing the Department of Education. Would you do that?
So we would do education, we would do commerce, we do energy, and we would do IRS. And so if Congress will work with me on doing...
He says he's going to abolish the IRS. Yo, that's awesome, dude. This guy is the reasonable Republican, okay? This guy is the reasonable Republican. Also, if you abolish, did he say energy? Wait, what was he? Wait, hold on.
We would do education.
Closing the Department of Education. Would you do that?
So we would do education, we would do commerce, we do energy, and we would do IRS. And so if Congress...
What? Energy? Wait, hold on. He wants to abolish the Department of Energy? What the fuck? Wait. First of all, like, the IRS is a ridiculous one to begin with. But, like, I've never heard someone say, we're going to abolish the Department of Energy. What? Like, the Department of Education, you unfortunately hear more about from psychotic conservatives. And that's become a bit of a rallying cry. Rick Perry said he wanted to abolish the Department of Energy, which he later became the head of DOE under Trump. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't understand. He's Prim, no energy.
It's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see. EPA? EPA, there you go. No, okay.
Let's talk.
Oops.
Seriously? Is EPA the one you were talking about? Or
No, sir.
You can't name the third one?
The third agency of government,
Yeah.
I would do away with the education, the commerce.
Don't get mad at him. He's thinking about dicks.
Commerce, and let's see. I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
Oops. God. Fucking awesome. I can't. The third one I can't. Oops. Moron Republicans think that the Department of Energy is green hippie energy. Don't know the DOE handles all affairs of nuclear power, including weapons. Yeah. I think our nuclear stockpile would be best handled by whoever I think is the best. A private corporation would have better access. They will control our nuclear stockpile. They will do a better job than the American government. No, he didn't mean the EPA. Anyway, this is so
Congress
stupid.
will work with me on doing that. We'll be able to reduce
Eliminate
the size and scope of government. But what I'm also going to do, Martha, is be prepared if Congress won't go that far. I'm going to use those agencies to push back against woke ideology and against the leftism that we see creeping into all institutions of American life.
Hell yeah, brother. Take the woke ideology out of our Department of Education and Energy. Oh, man. The IRS is doing woke ideology, and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm so glad that someone is finally talking about how woke the IRS is, man. I love that this is the guy that's seen as like the reasonable version. You know what I mean? They look to this guy and go, that's the reasonable guy that I want. That's the clean-cut civility politics guy that I think is better than Donald Trump. That's what the centrist Republican alternatives or the Republican Party that are institutionalists, this is the guy that they like.
So, for example, with Department of Education, we reverse all the transgender sports stuff. Women's sports should be protected. We reverse policies trying to inject the curriculum into our schools. That will all be gone. We will make sure we have an accreditation system for higher ed, which is not trying to foment more things like DEI and CRT. So we'll be prepared to do both. Either way, it'll be a win for conservatives.
All right. Are you in favor of eliminating any agency?
Department of Energy is forcing oil and gas companies to go woke, dude. Yes, you're right, chatter. Woke ass Commerce Department, sick of this shit. Yeah, they're making us. Commerce Department's making everybody say they're gay to buy Ben and Jerry's ice cream. We're going to stop that. DEI, CRT, EBT, KKK, everything. That face when you're 55, live in Ohio, can't afford rent. I really need to vote for somebody who will deal with the one transgender athlete in Ohio. Yeah. No, finally, someone is addressing women's sports in high school. The most important issue in our time. I really think that once that one transgender teenager is not allowed to participate in swim meets in high school, we will be able to accomplish everything that we always wanted. I have PFAS literally coming out of my gills, which I developed as a freak mutation due to all the PFAS that I injected into my body. All the microplastics that are coming out of my asshole have basically ruined my DNA. Okay, but guess what, dude? I can't pay for rent. My job sucks dick. I have no fucking workplace protections. But hey, that's the one thing, you know, we got to make sure that transgender teenager is not participating in the swim meets. Every time I think about that, I go, I'm so mad. You know, so mad. Once that transgender teenager is gone, the wealth will trickle down and we'll be rich.
If no one's surprised, it's bringing along some converts. People strenuously opposed, voting against it when we had this going on. This was going to bankrupt America. Well, there's a guy named Tuberville, senator from Alabama, who announced that he strongly opposed the legislation. Now he's hailing its passage. Here's what he said, quote, "It's great to see Alabama receive critical funds to boost ongoing broadband efforts." We're replacing every single lead pipe in this country and putting our children's health back directly. 400,000 schools, 10 million homes. If no one
Biden can never pass the Trump man-person camera TV test. Okay, to be fair, I know that, like, here's why you know liberal media is actually on the side of Dark Brandon, okay? Because they 1,000% were bodying Trump on how his mental acumen wasn't there over and over again, right? Throughout his presidency. And you are correct when you state that Donald, the man, person, woman, camera, TV test, that Donald Trump passed with flying colors, Biden would not be able to pass. He would not. And I haven't heard a peep from mainstream media on that same issue. The billionaire sub-wreckage has been pulled from the ocean. Oh, God.
Which imploded while exploring the wreck of the Titanic has been recovered and brought back to shore. 5 people died when the Titan broke apart close to the sea floor, less than 2 hours after it had begun its dive.
Bro, that's not a wreckage at that point. That's just the lid. That's the only thing they
The
found.
crane was used to unload the debris from the Horizon Arctic ship in the harbour at the Canadian port of St. John's. Canadian police have said they are investigating the fatalities. Earlier, our science correspondent Jonathan Amos told me...
God damn, they just got the lid, dude. What the fuck? They found the lid. That's it. The rest of it is literally at the bottom of the ocean.
...more about what was found today.
When all of the search and rescue ships left the scene, one vessel was left. That was Horizon Arctic, which had a deep sea robot, and it was tasked with pulling up as much debris from the Titan sub as possible. And that ship has brought that debris in today, 10 days after this catastrophic accident on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. And we've got to see some of the items that it's been possible to pick up. Now, just to remind you of the construction of the Titan sub, it was essentially a cylinder, a carbon fiber cylinder with 2 titanium end caps at either end. Now, they've been able to recover those titanium end caps. We saw them being hoisted ashore. One of them, the front cap, which would normally have a porthole, a window, that window was missing. You could tell because the hoist tethers that they were using to lift it up were going through the hole where the porthole would have been. What does that mean? We don't know. They also found the landing legs, the landing frame. So these are the long metal structures that the sub would have used when it was put on the deck of a ship or in the workshop. The various sort of superficial coverings. There was an after equipment bay also picked up. That was lifted ashore. And we also saw little bits and pieces, but nothing that was very easy to make out because at all times they were trying to cover everything with tarpaulins. Now, the question is, have they got enough now for people to reconstruct what happened? To reconstruct what happened, but also identify where the cause of the failure occurred for that catastrophic implosion. What we don't know, of course, is that there been any sign of any human remains, but I'm afraid because of the energy involved in that event 10 days ago, it's unlikely that any human remains would ever be recovered.
Jonathan Amos with that update there.
A German electronic market made a marketing stunt for the Subnautica plus the Logitech controller in a bundle. Oh my God. That's ruthless. Is it funny because they were rich, or am I missing something? It's yeah, no, that's kind of what it's funny because the fucking CEO is an absolute dumbass. And people were like on board of an incredibly profoundly expensive voyage for absolutely no particular reason other than just like hubris and saying that you did it. They were rich and stupid. I don't get this. Okay, I don't understand this. We've had the Darwin Awards for fucking decades. Okay, people used to laugh at stupid people. What changed? When it's like a rich person, you have to suck their cocks. Like, what is going on? What is this fucking stupidity here? Like, oh man, if a rich person dies in the most idiotic fashion, you have to literally cry about it. You have to be, where's your sense of respect for our deities? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Okay? Shut the fuck up with this dumbass concern trolling. Oh my God. You can have this perspective and not literally have it be an ideological one that you believe in your heart of hearts that like rich people deserve to die or whatever the fuck, okay? I know that that's what people are desperately grasping onto, but that's not the fucking case, okay? The tens of millions of people, if not billions of people that have seen this fucking news story and have laughed about it on TikTok are not doing it because they're rugged, eat the rich socialists. They're doing it because it's people doing something profoundly stupid and fucking dying as a consequence of it. That's the reason why most people are laughing at it. So stop fucking crying. Okay? It makes me, I don't understand. It just like, I'm so confused. I'm so fucking confused at how people are just like, dude, that's really messed up. Like, it's really fucking messed up. Even people who hate billionaires subconsciously consider them to be a different breed. Whether we lionize them, defend them, or delight in their deaths, we do it a lot more because we're convinced they're built different. Yeah, I mean, I think I get that. There's truth about that. But regardless, celebrating death is not normal amount. Shut the fuck up, dim-witted frog. It's not celebration of death. It's laughing at stupidity, okay? Which is at the heart of, like, humanity, all right? Jesus Christ. Go be a smarmy, annoying woke scold somewhere else, okay? That's it. That's literally it. You think people are laughing because you want to believe that this like massive community of online socialists are laughing at a bunch of billionaires who died because they don't believe billionaires are human beings or whatever. If that's going to make you sleep comfortably at night, then go ahead, okay? But the real reason why most people are laughing, and not just fucking socialists or whatever, is because they see a bunch of profoundly rich people do something that was profoundly stupid. That's it. That's it. That's the real reason. People laugh at stupid people. People laugh at stupidity. Okay? That's what people are laughing at. Not some ideological reason. because these guys are billionaires and they control the means of production or whatever the fuck. Some people might also additionally take notice of that or maybe laugh about it, but it's ultimately just people laughing at people being incredibly fucking dumb. That's it. Like I said, the Darwin Awards used to happen all the fucking time. It's nothing new. And yes, the 19-year-old who died, I feel bad about as well. So shut the fuck up. Well, I love you, but you're wrong on this one. Okay, sure. Pearl clutching pieces of shit were absolutely the ones making fun of shit of like Tamir Rice or George Floyd. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's who you have empathy for. Okay? Also, I was thinking about this a lot, but like, at first I was like, man, this kind of exploration stuff is so fucking stupid. And then I remembered, like, you know, rich people have been dying due to dumb exploration shit for a very long time. You know what I mean? This is also dumb. 19-year-old isn't a kid, but is a capital owner who was a part of something dumb. I honestly don't feel bad for him either. Okay, man, sick. Like, some fucking dumbass 19-year-old is also a capital owner. Like, dude, what are you talking about, man? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. He's 19. Shut up. God, you guys are so fucking annoying. God, I hate anarchists so much, and like LARPy ass leftists so fucking much. This 19-year-old was enslaving the third world. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, you're right. He was enslaving the global South at the early age of 19. Like, he was fucking 19, man. He was 19. Shut up. He was 19. He's sea soup now. Yeah. It should be mandatory the weirdest for 24 hours if you got upset about the sub. What the fuck? Long live the guys. Bro, that's hilarious, dude. That's awesome. 100% is Darwin Awards. I laugh about the sub because of how stupid the whole thing was, but the fact that they were billionaires does make it slightly easier to laugh. I'm sure their family crushed their sure skulls to get to where they did. If you go back far enough, karma can be a B. I also do feel bad about the 19-year-old, especially because he wasn't stupid and his gut was trying to tell him not to go. Don's channel spreads so much solidarity with the viewers. Man, shut the fuck up. It is solidarity, okay? It's presenting your best foot forward, or putting your best foot forward. It's presenting your best face, okay? When you LARP as this like fucking weirdo who's like, yeah, oh, he was actually also a rugged capitalist. Like, it's fine to fucking laugh at the situation, which I have plenty fucking times, okay? But don't try to like moralize it. Why? Why can't you just laugh at it? Why can't you be fucking normal, okay? Why can't you be fucking normal? Look at a situation where a bunch of dumbasses, especially really rich dumbasses, did something really fucking dumb and, you know, suffered due to it, okay? You don't have to literally moralize you laughing at stupid people. You don't have to be like, well, what are their relations with the means of production? I can only figure out if I can laugh at it or not. It's just like, it's so fucking neurodivergent to literally have to like moralize whether or not something is funny, okay? Farting on dogs is funny. There is no moral wrong or right about farting on dogs, okay? Just laugh. It's normal. Fuck. It's weird. It's weird. It's so weird. Jesus Christ. 99.9 dives never implode, but a disruptor innovated until people were dead. Exactly. I've started saying that when I get annoyed by people on a daily basis. I'm venting on someone about it. I just end up going, just be normal. Yeah, worker's right. What is the dog's relation to the means of production here? Is the dog a worker or a capital owning dog? Like, fucking. The same people love shitting on TikTok kids now try to say things that are getting taken too far. Actually farting on dogs gives them cancer. So would you please do better? It's just like fucking so dumb. I use that as a good example because like you just can't have fun with anything. It's like so fucking stupid. Wow, we took it too far, folks. I can't believe you guys are making jokes about this. Is in the same vein as, wow, I can't believe at the top of the hour there's a 3-minute ad break and you're serving it to us. There are people who are not subscribed and they will see those 3 minutes of ads instead of not seeing those 3 minutes of ads because they paid for a $5 a month subscription or a free one in the form of a Twitch Prime. Okay? Well, these people aren't joking about the migrant ship. The internet would explode if that happened. Yes, because the migrant ship is entirely different set of circumstances than a fucking $250,000 a pop submarine. Okay? That's it. That's it. A completely different thing. Two entirely different things. One is a group of individuals suffering and in the throes of like economic violence and trying to survive. The other is people who are at the tippy top who have so much fucking money and so much free time that they decided to kill themselves in a fucking pill in the underwater. So if your fucking take is, can we poke fun of the migrant ship too? It's like you deserve way worse than the fucking the billionaire Subnautica adventure that ended up with an implosion. Like how? How do you fucking compare the two? Okay? It's like laughing at someone who fucking falls off of a ladder when they're trying to escape a burning building versus laughing at a rich person who bungee jumped without a fucking bungee cord, okay? The fuck do you mean? It's so odd. How desperate are you to just like fucking, how desperate are you to try to justify trying to defend billionaires from scrutiny or some shit? They're both kind of funny to an extent. Yeah, I personally don't think so. I personally think there is a very different situation when you look at some of the worse off people in society desperately trying to survive and fucking dying in that process versus some of the wealthiest people in society who have so much fucking time on their hands and so much money that they decide to do something that is so profoundly stupid that they end up dying. I really don't get that. Like, I really don't understand. Like, oh, it's really funny that fucking 500 migrants died. It's pretty funny, actually, as they were trying to survive to begin with. They went on a fucking suicide mission. Oh. Show this, please. Oh, that's a good take. Peer review. I did my own research. After years of this of sub time, do we all become this deranged? Is this the natural life cycle of a chatter? Can I ever become something more than permabanned? Yeah, that guy was a 1 month subscriber. Let's be real. Dog, you're attracting all the EU Nazis now. Yeah. would care if it blew up on launch with their spaceship, or do you think we would all care because they likely slowly died of oxygen deprivation and possibly cannibalized each other at the deepest depths of the ocean in a confined space controlled by a Logitech gamepad? I think this is an interesting question. What? Well, the second part didn't happen. I mean, look, it's pretty wild that, you know, this guy fucking was able to scam billionaires into getting in a death trap with him. So I guess respect on that end. 34M Key is responsible for so many gray names getting subs that is something you will actually have to deal with at this point. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I never go on sub mode anyway. Farting isn't funny, but people's deaths are. Farting is very funny, especially farting on a dog. Hilarious. Objectively hilarious. I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay. The other part of this was, okay, so I read a 2017 article from the OceanGate guy who literally, apparently, allegedly, was actually doing this whole like submersible shit so that he could inevitably sell it for commercial use to potentially oil and gas drillers, okay? Wildcats that want to go down. And this was a suspicion that a Twitter user arrived at because of the actual 2017 article, right? The irony is, he at the time in 2017 said, look at the Virgin Galactic situation. The real reason why Virgin Galactic was doing commercial air travel or exploring commercial air travel was so that they could inevitably get into the satellite launching business. You guys want to know something funny about that? Because I was reading this with Murat, and Murat turned to me and he was like, yeah, except Virgin Galactic's commercial space travel business is actually still here, whereas their commercial satellite launch was a demonstrable fucking failure and immediately went bankrupt. It went bankrupt like last year. So the guy wasn't even fucking right in his assessment of, well, the commercial or the exploration tourism angle is only going to give us commercial opportunities. Well, it turns out even that wasn't a success anyway. I really want to know what he was smoking, if he thought he was in any way competing with current oil exploration. Yeah, I don't even understand why you would have commercial utilization for submersibles for like looking at, I don't know, any kind of like bottom of the sea for drilling. I don't know. I don't know why you can't just like use unmanned vehicles down there. Or do they have unmanned vehicles that do it? I don't fucking know. Anyway, hold on one second. Abi kurban ne kestin? Yok kurban kesmedim. Anyway, let's look at the Bitcoin president, folks.
I'm proud to make an historic announcement. Our campaign will be the first presidential campaign in history to accept Bitcoin donations through the Lightning Network. As president, I will make sure that your right to hold and use Bitcoin is inviolable.
That's awesome. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. Dude, heard of Bitcoin mayors. How about a Bitcoin president?
You should be able to own your own private keys the same as you own the keys to your car.
RFK Jr.'s every terrible crank viewpoint with none of the actually good challenging views outside of mainstream. Worst possible candidate ever. Yeah, he doesn't even have any like cool opinions. Like, even with Tulsi Gabbard, who was like a straight up liar, there was an aura about her that she was like an anti-imperialist or whatever, which was a lie from the jump, but at least like she tried, you know what I mean? She kind of like tried and leaned into that. And RFK has none of these qualities. He doesn't have any of it. Just like an anti-vaxxer. That's his, like, he's anti-big pharma, but only from the anti-vaxxer angle. You know what I mean? He's like, I've never heard him fucking speak out against big pharma beyond like mass inoculation campaigns and how they're like turning your children autistic. I hate that.
Car or own your wallet. I will reverse the government's growing hostility toward this industry and keep innovation at home. And I encourage you to expand your use of pro-environmental energy techniques, such as capturing waste methane and using waste heat. However, I want to make one thing plain. The environmental argument should not be used as a smokescreen for an agenda of suppressing Bitcoin. Americans have come to distrust the government, including the way that it has manipulated our money supply to benefit the very rich and to prosecute endless wars. Bitcoin is a bulwark against precisely this kind of government and corporate expansion and intrusion. The public ledger of Bitcoin makes every transaction transparent to everyone. It might therefore be a harbinger of a future in which the government is transparent to the people. Your support of Bitcoin puts you in the same category as the framers of the Constitution that gave us that Bill of Rights, that created these democratic institutions, and you are the current manifestation of that impulse. So thank you all very much for everything that you do, and thank you for being part of this movement.
The founding fathers would have loved Bitcoin, dude. They would have fucking loved it. I love that he has the epic trailer music on top of talking about Bitcoin. It's awesome. This guy's great, dude. The founding fathers would have pumped. The founding fathers would have absolutely pumped Dogecoin and shitcoin and altcoin. They would have loved it. Please vote for me. Fucking awesome. Why is his voice like that? He's got a spasmodic dysphonia or whatever the fuck it's called. I forget. And he claims it's because he got a vaccine. Yeah, he claims this is a vaccine injury. The vaccine itself, the most damaging vaccine of all, heroin, potentially. I don't know. This is the Felix position, and I actually don't know if that's the case. I do know that he was arrested for heroin. I do know that he got possibly Hep C. I don't know if it's because of that. He talks like that because someone gave him a mysterious elixir and said it will keep his skin looking like a baseball glove forever, and it was poisonous. Yeah, it's a real monkey's paw situation. You know what I mean? When you want something like I want to keep my skin looking like a baseball glove forever, then it takes my voice cords away, my vocal cords away. My ex's mom was a longtime heroin user and had Hep C, and her voice sounded exactly like that. Yeah. Dude, I mean, how can you not vote for this guy? Okay, how can you not vote for this guy? Popping off. All right, let's see. The IRS whistleblower says he was told to not pursue steps involving President Biden.
Now to the Hunter Biden investigation and an IRS agent's first TV interview since speaking to lawmakers as a whistleblower last month. This is a lead investigator exclusively telling CBS News he felt the president's son received preferential treatment and that he was blocked from pursuing investigative leads that could have led to the president himself. Chief investigative correspondent Jim Axelrod has this interview once again. Jim, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. Gary Shapley has been at the IRS for 14 years and told us that the way the Hunter Biden investigation was conducted was, in his words, quote, outside the norm.
If this was any other person, they likely would have already served their sentence.
Gary Shapley was a lead IRS supervisory agent in Operation Sportsman, the investigation into Hunter Biden. Shapley said he uncovered conduct that warranted more serious charges.
There were personal expenses that were taken as business expenses. Prostitutes, sex club memberships, hotel rooms for purported drug dealers.
How much did Hunter Biden owe in taxes?
So from 2014 to 2019, it was $2.2 million.
The back taxes were paid off, and last week, the Trump-appointed U.S. Attorney in Delaware, David Weiss, reached an agreement with Hunter Biden. The president's son would admit to a firearm charge and plead guilty for his failure to pay taxes. If a judge signs off, the deal means no jail time.
Testimony we have just released details a lack of U.S. attorney independence.
And Shapley told lawmakers that U.S. Attorney Weiss was blocked from bringing stronger charges. But U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland said last week that Weiss was not.
I say he was given complete authority to make all decisions on his own.
And in a letter to House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan 3 weeks ago, Weiss himself wrote he had ultimate authority.
I documented exactly what happened, and it doesn't seem to match what the Attorney General or the U.S. Attorney are saying today.
Shapley provided lawmakers this contemporaneous email he wrote after an October meeting last year. Shapley says Weiss told him the opposite, that Weiss is not the deciding person on whether charges are filed.
It was just shocking to me.
Shapley, who is still working for the IRS, told us that even before President Biden took office, he was directed to avoid leads involving Hunter's father.
There were certain investigative steps that we weren't allowed to take that could have led us to President Biden.
And you wanted to take them?
We needed to take them.
And you weren't allowed to take them?
That's correct.
Now, it is important to point out that at that point in Shapley's investigation, Donald Trump was still president, and his Attorney General, William Barr, had rules in place that may have limited what Shapley could pursue. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware had no comment. Hunter Biden's attorneys did not respond to us, but he has said before in a statement that he is taking responsibility for mistakes he made during a period of turmoil in his life.
The question is the scale of these mistakes and also the no comment from the Attorney General's office in Delaware. That's what we need to clear up.
Right. So Hunter Biden's camp points to David Weiss and say, look, this is a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney, and he's saying he had ultimate authority, and this is what justice looks like to him, these charges. Now, he's saying he had full authority. Shapley told us yesterday, and this is critical, that on October 7th, 2022, David Weiss looked him and a bunch of others in the eyes and said, hey, there's things I can't do, there's limits, there's roadblocks. So which is it? The only guy who's not talking? David Weiss.
So far, anyway.
Yeah, what does that say to you, Jim, that he's not talking?
Well, U.S. attorneys, of course, are going to be very cautious about any... And remember, this hasn't been signed off by a judge yet, so we probably won't hear at least for a couple of weeks because there's no upside for the U.S. attorney.
There'll be some choppy waters between now and when that judge signs off or doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was pee-pee time and poo-poo time, turns out. That's right. Sometimes pee-pee time also turns into poo-poo time, chat. And that's a brilliant, beautiful time. Yeah. We got a double bind. Congrats. Yeah, congratulations to Kaya for being a good girl, the best girl. What the fuck? It won't come out. What? I did everything right and it won't come out. What is that? Oh my God. 34 MKD50. Thank you for the 50 tier 1 gifted subs. Jesus Christ. Wisdom comes with age. Yeah, no, she is so wise. She's wise well beyond her years now. It's not even funny. What is this fucking... What is this cursed ass emote, dude?
New